With Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, if you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please contact the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 72 hours prior to the meeting. Government Code Section 54954.2. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be two oral communication sessions, one for agendized items, comments about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet via www.carsonca.gov, YouTube, www.youtube.com/City of Carson, California. Cable TV, Spectrum Channel 35 and AT&T Channel 99. Carson TV app. You may also download the Carson TV app to stream the meeting. App availability. The Carson TV app is available in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, and Amazon platforms. If you're not able to attend the meeting in person, public comment can be submitted before the meeting via email to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communication is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written comments can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communication is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written comments dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at the City Council meeting, but will be circulated to the City Council and incorporated into the record. Public comments can be made live during oral communications portion of the agenda. Pursuant to Senate Bill 707 and our commitment to public accessibility, we offer 3 ways for you to participate. In person. If you're with us, please submit a public comment card to the City Clerk. Virtual two-way audiovisual platform Zoom. You may access the Zoom meeting information at carsonca.gov/government/live broadcast. To join us via phone, you may call 1-669-900-6833 and enter the meeting ID 846-366-3031-3#. In accordance with the
Hello, my name is Kendall Lemley. I go to Carnegie Middle School, and I'm going to the 8th grade. City of Carson Housing Authority Successor Agency Public Financing Authority City Council Agenda. Today is Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, and I officially call this meeting.
Okay.
I like the way you handle that gavel.
Madam City Clerk, please take roll.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas,
Present.
Councilmember Deere,
Present.
Councilmember Hilton,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks,
Present.
Mayor Davis Holmes. Thank you.
Let's all say the pledge. MPT, will you please lead us?
Everyone, please stand, face the flag. Ready, begin.
Now our invocation with Bishop Keith Maddox.
Father, in the name of the Lord Jesus, we come before you. We thank you for your grace and your kindness to us. Thank you, Lord God, for each member that represented here. Thank you, Lord God, for how you've led and guided our city, our officials. We honor you for all that you do. You told us in your word to acknowledge you in all our ways and you will direct our path. Now, Lord God, I pray that you will continue to keep your hands on our city. Watch over us. Take care of us as only you can do. Lead and guide the officials, Lord God, that they may make decisions, that we will live peaceably until you return. Now, Father, we thank you and will glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Well, let's give a round of applause for our mayor of the day. I want to report, you don't see our bishop, our councilman here, but he is at 914 North Newport Avenue in Tampa, Florida. And he is going to be joining us via remote. He looks so cool tonight, doesn't he? He had eye surgery, but he looks good. So we just wanted to report out where he was attending the meeting tonight, remote, because he's at a conference, I do believe. But you don't have to answer. So item number 6 is to recognize our mayor of the day. I don't want her to sit until we have a recess and come back in an hour. So we're going to skip to item number 6. And is our city photographer someone here to take pictures? And we have a certificate for her? For her? Yes, no? Keyshawn has it. Could one of you field reps find Keyshawn for me, please? I know she was in my office. But as we wait on Keyshawn to come with the certificate that we have for her, and before we take a few moments, your mayor today is Kendall Lamel Pledger, has distinguished herself both in the classrooms and throughout our community. She's actively involved in our city parks and proudly participated in the Carson Youth Olympics. Her teachers describe her as a natural leader who makes the most of every opportunity, and she took advantage of this opportunity, I must say. And I want to thank you, Kendall, so much for setting a positive example for other young people in our community. It is my honor to recognize you as the mayor of the day, and I look forward to great things from you. Thank you. I saw you at the Olympics, and I just kind of latched on to her, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming out, being our mayor of the day. Then I'm going to ask my colleagues to join us down before we go into closed session. Keyshawn is here. We have a certificate for you, and we have a few photos we're going to be taking of you as our mayor of the day. And as everyone knows, I proclaimed, and the council supported, that 2026 is the year of the child. And I encourage all you, the parents and teachers and all your loved ones, including the city council, to embrace our young people and let them know how important you are to us. You are our future leaders, so we want to do everything that we can to let you know that we appreciate you. We just had a wonderful shadow of the mayor. 26 young people came out. They were able to sit on the dais and ask questions. So that was a great experience for our young people, and we're going to keep this up. But 2026 is designated as the year of the child. So let's go down, take a few photos. It's pink. We like pink, don't we? So I'm going to have our councilman read this to you. It's a certificate of recognition. It's going to be presented to you on behalf of the 98,000 residents that we serve, and the entire city council. And then after we take a photo with her, I'm going to ask the family to come down and take a photo with her, okay?
Yes, congratulations, Kendall Lemley Pledger. In recognition of your selection as the City of Carson's Mayor of the Day, and in appreciation of your outstanding leadership, exemplary character, and commitment to academic excellence and community involvement, your enthusiasm, dedication, and willingness to serve as a positive role model reflect the bright future of our community. Through your participation in the Mayor of the Day program, you have demonstrated the importance of civic engagement and inspired others to become active participants in shaping the future of the city of Carson. The mayor, members of the city council, and the residents of the city of Carson proudly commend you for this distinguished achievement and extend their best wishes for your continued success in all your future endeavors. Congratulations. It's signed by our mayor, Lula Davis Holmes, and our mayor pro tem, Cedric Hicks, Councilman Jawan Hilton, Councilman Jim Deere, and yours truly, Councilwoman Arlene Bogatilla Rojas. Congratulations, Mayor Kendall Lemley Pledger. Yes.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am very grateful for this, and I came here because I love Carson.
And we love you back. He's taller. Very tall. Yeah.
There you go.
Find your window. The other side? Yeah. Right here. There you go. And go tall. There you go. There you go.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Are you on the youth commission or anything? How old are you? I'm 13. Oh, when you turn 14, I want to put you on the youth commission. Oh, yeah, I'd be honored to. Yeah, when she turns 14, we're going to remind me. We'll put her on the youth commission.
Yes,
When is she
thank
for
you
14?
so much. She'll be 14 March 19th.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. And thank you. And thank you, young man. Look at you.
You got some trained leaders. How are you? Congratulations. Thank you.
When is it?
Nice meeting you. Friday.
It's on this Friday, and it's at Cal State Dominguez University.
I think I have something. Give that to Keyshawn, and I'll see. But I can't promise.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. My future mayor. Stay down. You can go home so you can do some homework.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
This again next year.
Thank you.
We're going to go up here and get ready to go into closed session. Close, closed session items, Mr. City Attorney?
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Well, just a second. Are there any comments on closed session items, Madam City Clerk?
No, Madam Mayor.
Mr. City Attorney, report out on closed session items, please.
Yes, Madam Mayor, the City Council will meet in closed session on agenda item number 2, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation. A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1 because there is significant exposure to litigation in 4 cases. And the City Council will meet in closed session on agenda item number 3, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9A to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation to which the city is a party. The title of such litigation is Tesoro Refining and Marketing Company, LLC, Tesoro Logistics Operations, LLC, v. City of Carson, 2nd Appellate District, case number B335686.
We should be back in about an hour. We should be back about 6:20, everyone. So we're going to recess the closed session. Quorum. No person attending a public meeting shall engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including but not limited to applause, whistling, stamping of feet, booing, or making any loud, threatening, profane, abusive, personal, or slanderous utterance that disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All remarks by members of the public shall be addressed to the mayor or the chair and not to any other member of the public or any other single council, board, or commission member, unless in response to a question from the member. Signs, placards, banners, or other similar items shall not be permitted in the audience during a public meeting if the presence of such item disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall remain seated in the seats provided unless addressing the body at the podium or entering or leaving the meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall obey any lawful order of the proceeding officer to enforce the rules of decorum. Treat everyone courteously, listen to others respectfully, exercise self-control, give open-minded considerations to all viewpoints, focus on the issues and avoid personalizing debate, embrace respectful disagreement and dissent as democratic rights that are inherent components of an inclusive public process and roles for forging sound decisions. We are convening to open session. Mr. City Attorney, report out on closed session items, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. The City Council met in closed session on agenda item number 2, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D2 or D3 and E1 because of significant exposure to litigation in 4 cases and no reportable action was taken. And the City Council met in closed session on agenda item number 3, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9A to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation entitled Tesoro Refining and Marketing Company, LLC, Tesoro Logistics Operations, LLC, v. City of Carson, 2nd Appellate District, case number B335686, and no reportable action was taken. That concludes my report.
Thank you. We're going to have a report from Captain Norman. Is she here? Carson Sheriff Station?
We don't see her, Madam Mayor.
You don't?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I wanted to add an item to presentations from the Samoan Flag Day. Did we work that out? The best way to do that? I don't see them. Is anyone from the Samoan Federation here? Okay, if they're not here, when they come in, I'll deal with it. But I wanted to, there's a presentation.
Madam Mayor,
Okay.
Tommy Favai is here.
No, it was another person. The organization did the Flag Day.
I see.
Okay, so I
Oh,
want to
that's
get the
different, yeah.
consent of my colleagues to add under presentations if they should show up a presentation from the Samoan Federation from the Samoan Flag Day. That is my motion.
Second the motion.
Madam Mayor, just for a point of clarification, because Councilman Hilton is in the meeting remote, all votes tonight will need to be by roll call vote.
Sounds good. Roll call.
Councilmember Rojas,
Yes.
Councilmember Deere,
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks,
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
It's a presentation, so if they show up, we'll have it included. I'll come back to that. Informational updates. Captain from the fire department is not here. He had to leave. This is a we did the certificate of recognition for the mayor of the day. Number 7, informational update on the upcoming Carson Climate Action Plan workshop.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. This will be updated from Rita Culture, our Energy and Sustainability Officer. So she's going to provide a brief presentation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. City Manager, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. My name is Rita Kulchar. I'm the City Energy and Sustainability Officer, and I'm here this evening to share information about an upcoming event. There it goes on the presentation deck. It's planned for next Tuesday, August 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Carson Event Center. The city will host a free community workshop and resource fair. Residents will have an opportunity to learn about the city's climate action plan, provide input on priorities that will help shape Carson's future. They will also have an opportunity to connect with local agencies offering rebates, incentives, and programs related to energy efficiency, water conservation, clean transportation, and other sustainability improvements. We have representatives from California Water Service, Clean Power Alliance, the LA County Sanitation District, Metropolitan Water Service, South Bay City's Council of Governments, West Basin, and more that will be participating. We do encourage all residents to attend. We have a QR code on the screen. Registration is not required, but it is encouraged so that we can plan accordingly to ensure we have enough staff. So again, next Tuesday, August 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Carson Event Center to come out for the free community workshop. Thank you.
Thank you for that report. Next, we'll have a recap of the White Linen Affair video. Are we ready for that? Thank you, MPT. Who's here? Oh, the fire captain is here? Okay, we'll have the fire captain come up right after the video.
Well, this is how we do it in Carson. But I just want to welcome you, and I want to thank my Mayor Pro Tem for putting this all together, because at the end of the day, Carson, we work for you. You are our boss. So give yourself a round of applause.
You guys look so good in your white. I am so glad you guys came out here for this year's Occasion the Blues White Linen event. I want to say to my sponsors, to the staff, to the volunteers, we could not do this without any of you. What you see today, at this point in time, were not what you see at night.
This is incredible just to be outside, to celebrate family. This is what Carson is all about, family getting together and loving on one another. And I'm just excited to be outside right here at the Carson Event Center. This is an amazing space.
We are really happy that you're here tonight enjoying what Carson is all about. Unity, family, great music, great entertainment. And so we celebrate it because this is not just fun and great food and great camaraderie and, of course, great people at your table. And so have a wonderful time this evening.
Everybody looks beautiful tonight, and we are going to continue to celebrate together. So thank you, staff. Thank you, everyone here who put this all together. And we're going to continue to celebrate this evening. Congratulations, Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks. Always always successful, and another successful Cajun and Blues.
I'm gonna do the oil first. Oh, thank you for that, and I want to thank our MPT. You have something to say?
I just want to say thanks to the staff and to all the volunteers and all who came out. I know that this year was very well attended. I think some people were upset because we did not have enough room. We had a waiting list of over 250 people to try to purchase tickets because we did not have enough room to fit everybody in. We had over 500 in attendance. Look forward to be bigger and better next year, and we're going to work on some logistics and how we can get more people into the area. But again, this was just a snippet of what's going to take place because next year is going to be even bigger and better. But I want to thank the mayor and the city council for their support and to the staff and making sure this happens every year. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam City Clerk, I lost my little cheat sheet. Could you report as to where our bishop is viewing the meeting from?
Yes, absolutely. In accordance with the Brown Act, Councilmember Hilton is attending the meeting remotely via Zoom. He's located at 914 North Newport Avenue in Tampa, Florida, 33606. The precise location is published on the agenda in accordance with the Brown Act. And so he can hear us and we can hear him and we can see him. So we are in full compliance with the Brown Act. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go back to item number 5, a report from Acting Assistant Chief Wayne Kelsey from the LA County Fire Department. Welcome. Captain Norman is here.
Good evening. On behalf of Acting Assistant Chief Kelsey, I'm Battalion Chief Mario Natividad, City of Carson. I'm here to present the County of Los Angeles Fire Department Activity Report for the City of Carson. July was a very busy month. During July 2026, County of Los Angeles responded to a total of 2,177 incidents. Emergency medical responses accounted for 1,175 calls, including 212 ALS, advanced life support calls, 552 basic life support incidents. The department also responded to 3 hazardous materials incidents, 8 rescue incidents, 34 public service calls, and 148 good intent calls. Fire personnel responded to 45 fire-related incidents, consisting of 39 outside fires, 3 structure fires, and 3 vehicle fires. Outside fire responses included rubbish, trash, grass, trees, dumpsters, and fires involving homeless encampments and persons experiencing homelessness, as well as incidents occurring along freeway corridor and vacant lots. Fire crews extinguished the fires, conducted overhaul operations as needed. Several incidents were reported with no exposure threats to surrounding structures or property. The department also responded to 3 additional hazard-related incidences, including an interior gas leak, a report of smoke that was determined to be caused by a burned ceiling fan motor, and reported gas odor that was investigated with no gas detected. Appropriate mitigation and investigations were completed for each incident before units returned to first service. End of report. Any questions?
Well, thank you. Any questions from my colleagues? Hearing none, thank you so much. Our sheriff, captain, is here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's everybody? Just wanted to share some things that's actually been going on at the station. Thanks for welcoming and having me here tonight. On Thursday, the 23rd of July, our community relations team participated in the Southern California Edison Family Day event at the local facility here in Carson, and deputies had a booth there, and they offered volunteer information such as the Explore information and volunteers on support on patrol. They also gave away giveaways, free giveaways. On the 25th, Carson Lieutenant Penn attended the Carson Cajun and Blues White Linen Affair. On the 28th of July, Carson Station Personnel Assistant, the Los Angeles County Cops team and host team deputies with a large-scale RV abatement operation in the county unincorporated areas. The county partners included the LA County District 2, Holly Mitchell's office, LASD Met Team, the U.S. Department of Veterans Service, the VA's office, LA County Animal Control, and throughout the month of July, approximately 204 RVs were actually discovered and offered relocation assistance. About 15 families agreed to accept housing assistance, and on July 28th, about 40 of those vehicles remained, and they were the ones that were not in compliance of permits. They were or abandoned or didn't work. They were actually towed from that area. So we actually ended up storing over 204 vehicles. I actually partnered with Carson's community safety leaders in order to notify them, and we are currently monitoring the city just to ensure that there's no RVs that actually come from the unincorporated areas into the city. On July 29th, our DAs, our county DAs actually came to Carson and conducted training for some of our detectives so that we can successfully document several arrest investigations and increase the chances of filing at Compton Court. On August 1st, in preparation of our community night out, we held a station cleanup day, and participation included volunteers, personnel, explorers, all in anticipation of tomorrow's annual community night out, which will be tomorrow at between 5 and 8 o'clock p.m. We're inviting many of the local businesses, companies, vendors to advertise their businesses. We have our LASD K9 group, Aero Bureau, Special Enforcement Bureau, our Met Team, and other partners that will help us with our community night out. There'll be free food, raffles, backpack giveaways for the children, and we're inviting everyone from Carson's residents to actually attend. Currently, our Part 1 crimes are continuing to trend down. We are currently at negative 11.9%.
That sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Any questions from my colleagues? Well, thank you, Captain.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Oral communications for matters listed on the agenda. For those of you here that want to speak on item number 23, you can either speak now or wait until I move that item up. It's your preference. So what is the pleasure? I'll start calling off name. Oh. Tonight we're going
Actually,
to...
Madam Mayor, I think for item 20, for that item, you should just consolidate and have all of those comments at the public, at the...
When I pull the item up?
When you pull the item up, so then you don't have people double speaking.
Okay, well, they won't. Okay, so I'm gonna, when I pull that item up, anyone here to speak on item number 23, the oil tax measure, when we pull that item up, you'll have an opportunity to speak at that time. Everyone will be allowed 1 minute. We're gonna allow 30 minutes on that item. And then we have another hot item that has to come up about the permit program. We're gonna allow 30 minutes for that. Everyone will be allowed 1 minute to speak. And if we have anyone that's called in, I will rotate back and forth from the cards that I have on file to the people that have called in if we have any. But right now, at this moment, we don't have any. So 30 minutes will be allocated for each of the items. Items number 23 and item number 26, you'll have 30 minutes each. My city clerk will keep track of that. And so I'm going to move expeditiously to the approval of, well, I have someone here that wants to speak on item number 25. 25 is, hi, Toe. Come on up, you're on 25.
Madam Mayor, is this 1 minute here?
Oh, the consent calendar?
Hold on.
No, I'm gonna do,
Oral communication.
I'm doing oral communications first. Okay, and she's on item 25 for agendized items, for listed on the agenda. You're trying to test me.
Madam Mayor,
yes.
Is this 1 minute for item 25?
Yes,
Okay.
everybody speaking tonight will have 1 minute to speak.
Okay, hold on. Good evening. You have 1 minute.
All right, thank you. Over 30 years ago, I supported and was involved with the effort to form a Carson Unified School District. But when the voters voted it down, I went to teach for Torrance, even though I was raised here in Carson. After a few years, God healed my heart and my anger at our city for turning down the opportunity, for abdicating the opportunity to make sure that parents were engaged in the education of their kids. I came back because I wanted to support my own community. I wanted to teach at Delamo Elementary School, where I went. My sisters and I attended. Our kids went there. But since that time, LA Unified has become a different district. With the reorganization that the district has done over the last 2 decades, we now have more local autonomy. We have a community of schools model, which makes it much more effective for local concerns to be heard by the district.
Madam
And
Mayor, that's
I
1
know
minute.
nothing, I have no information except what I've just heard about tonight's meeting, and I come to oppose the effort to form a Carson Unified School District. We need to stand together. We have support, and there's so
Madam
many
Mayor.
resources available from LA Unified
So
that are needed for our kids and
you're
our
against
staff.
the item. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is item number 25 is Bryant. Is it an OD or OG? Oh, hi, Bryant.
Good evening, sir. You have 1 minute.
1 minute? All right. Let me get my notes. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Sodega. I'm a proud I'm a proud product of public schools here in BD7, a proud Carson Colts family, and a proud member of United Teachers Los Angeles and a teacher in Harbor City. I rise in opposition to this initiative as a teacher, as LUSD alumni. I think the maker of this motion should explain how this measure, this district transfer, would actually improve the outcomes for students. What are the gains to be expected? Where is the study showing that this would actually improve the conditions for our students? Who's gonna pay for this transition? Will taxpayers in Carson subsidize costs elsewhere? It's important to note that these types of reorganizations can take years of boundary planning, staffing changes, contract negotiations, and much more. And so the idea that Carson residents will actually feel the benefits of the actual real improvements that Compton residents are experiencing is not guaranteed. And I think this speaks to a bigger issue just for the sake of time. I have like 10
Madam
other
Mayor,
points
that's
to make.
1 minute.
Thank you.
Our students should not be used as political points, as pawns
Madam
for
Mayor,
an
your
agenda
time
that
is
serves the
up.
interests of one
Thank you.
politician. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You're against it, I can tell. Alicia Balthazar. Alicia?
Hello and thank you. I'm Alicia Baltazar. I'm a parent volunteer at Catskill. I was here 7 years ago in 2019 when we fought the co-location of Ghana's at Catskill. And I think at that time, the community made it very clear that we were not wanting to be part of charter schools. We think that this is a move to charter school our community, and we're not accepting that. We also know that Mr. Hilton has a desire to run for school board, or we think he has a desire to run for school board, and we know that he will not run for LUSD because we won't vote for him. So we think this move to Compton is his little political move. We think that this is only in his interest and not in the interest of community, the Carson's community. And we really wish that you guys would postpone your vote today to hear from the Carson community, hear from our teachers, hear from our students, and hear from our parents. Because throwing this on the agenda during summer break when nobody is paying attention is a low and dirty move. Thank you.
You realize this is just an advisory vote. It's not to go one way or the other. Okay. Yeah.
Madam Mayor, I don't know if I can add anything. It's only a response. This is not a reactive. This is the city of Carson being proactive. I don't know if you guys have watched the news, and it said that LAUSD is about to be insolvent and it could be on the verge of bankruptcy. And I just threw out a school district. This doesn't bind us to anything. This is just an appetite for our residents to see if our residents even want something like this. This is non-binding. This is just to get a facts report
The
from our
item's
residents.
not up for discussion, okay? So no, we're not going back and forth. Thank you, Bishop. And I have a couple of non-agendized items. I will get to them after we take care of this business of the city, but I want to move for approval of the minutes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
And moved and properly second. Roll
Madam,
call.
there's no minutes on the
There's
agenda.
no minute?
No minutes to approve.
Oh.
They didn't have any minutes on the agenda, but
The minutes
thought
will be
maybe
on the
she
next agenda.
Came up with some at the last minute.
Everything is fine.
Everything is good.
Minutes will be on the next agenda.
It says approval of minutes. Consent calendar.
Motion to approve consent calendar.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
So for consent calendar, can we continue items number 13 and number 14? There's some additional cleanup staff needs to fix.
13 and what again?
Numbers 13 and 14.
So I'll second the motion with the consent calendar, missing those two items tonight.
Where are we?
13 and 14, City Manager?
Yes.
So approval, I'll second it without 13 and 14 on the agenda tonight.
It's been moved, and who seconded that motion?
I did.
I moved and he seconded.
Moved by Mayor Pro Tem Hicks, seconded by Councilmember Deere.
I have an item I want to
A roll call
pull.
vote.
I want to pull one item.
Everything's a roll call vote because
Item 21.
Item 21. What is 21?
You
Okay.
pulling that off, Cedric?
Item 21.
Yes.
Okay. So continuing 13, 14, pulling 21.
Yes.
Roll call vote. Councilmember Rojas? Councilmember Deere?
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Okay.
Item
Motion
number
carries.
21. MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the item to consider an award of a construction contract to RJ Noble Company for the project of number 1608 for the MLK Street rehab from Main Street to Avalon, and wanting to get this information out to our residents that we are working on this project and to give an update on what's transpiring.
So on this item, council member, this is Martin Luther King. This is the street that is fondly remembered as the roller coaster. And tonight we're going to award the contract to begin construction to fix Martin Luther King.
Thank you. I guess also I wanted to let the residents know within this approval, what is a timeline that's estimated to start and finish this project?
We're looking at completion in the springtime of 2027.
When?
Springtime of 2027.
Right before summer of next year.
Yes.
Perfect.
Springtime.
Olympics.
Olympics 2028, but we have it in place. Okay. I'd like to make a motion to award a construction contract to RJ Noble Company, the lowest responsible and responsive bidder, in the amount not to exceed $4,972,715.75 for project number 1608, Martin Luther King Jr. Street rehabilitation from Main Street to Avalon Boulevard, and authorize a construction contingency in the amount of $745,907.36, 15% of the contract amount, to address unforeseen conditions or additional work that may be encountered during construction, including but not limited to underground utility conflicts, unforeseen subsurface conditions, contaminated soil investigation, handling and disposal of material testing, and other work necessary to successfully complete the project, and authorize the mayor to execute the contract construction subject to approval as to form from our city attorney.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Roll call.
Councilmember Rojas?
Yes.
Councilmember Deere?
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you. Because item number 22 is a shortened update report on consider update on city projects, can we get a quick and dirty report, Mr. City Manager? Item number 22.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Director of Public Works will provide a brief update as the status for city projects.
Monica, I'm going to call you up next. You were on item 25 if you're still here. I'll call you up next. Item number 22. can come back to it. You guys ready or not? We'll come back to it after we finish this. Mr. City Manager, item number 23 is consider adoption resolution submitting general oil refinery business license tax measure to the voters at the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election and requesting consolidation with statewide general election and to be held on the same date.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Khan Patel is going to provide a brief update, staff report, and information regarding this particular item. Thank you.
Mr. City Manager, before he gives that report, let me, Monica, let her, because she wanted to speak on 25. Then we'll come right back to 23.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My name is Monica Caballero. I'm a proud educator of Los Angeles Unified Board District 7. I'm also a special education teacher, so I constantly advocate for the interests of our students and families above all else. So as a direct response to Mr. Hilston's concern about the FSP or Fiscal Stabilization Plan, LAUSD did submit one in accordance with the county requirements, and we do have a plan to address all of the concerns that are outlined. So the need for this separation or conversation is not really necessary. To be clear, I'm also with UTLA, United Teachers Los Angeles, and we oppose any cuts in pay and benefits as well as any cuts to programs or jobs that support our student access. We believe that revenue can be generated and savings achieved by other means, such as making cuts that make cuts unnecessary. So our students will be protected, our jobs will be protected, our communities will be protected. We need to be unified in this moment, not be reactionary and scared of a misguided
Madam Mayor,
letter
that's 1
from
minute.
Waco.
Thank you, ma'am. You're opposed. Thank you. Now we'll go back to item number 23.
23, 22.
No, are we ready for 22? No, we're going to 23.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 23.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. Before you today is an item to consider adoption of resolutions submitting an oil refinery tax to the voters at the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election. The first resolution, resolution number 26-086, calls for the November 3, 2026 general municipal election and submits the oil refinery tax ordinance to the city's qualified voters. The second resolution, resolution number 26-087, authorizes written arguments for and against the oil refinery measure pursuant to Elections Code Section 9282 and directs the city attorney to prepare an impartial analysis pursuant to Elections Code Section 9280. The third resolution, resolution number 26-088, authorizes rebuttal arguments pursuant to Elections Code Section 9285. The oil refinery tax is a general tax because the revenue generated will be deposited into the general fund and is available for any general governmental purpose that the City Council determines is appropriate. The proposed tax is an excise tax, which is a tax on the exercise of a privilege. Here, that privilege is doing business in the city of Carson. The proposed measure, if passed by the voters in November, would allow for the city to impose a tax of up to $1 per barrel oil tax on feedstock that is refined in the city. If the proposed measure is passed, the City Council would set the rate of the tax up to $1 by resolution and can consider any rate up to $1. Prior to today's meeting, the city has sent draft staff report and its attachment, along with the analysis of the numbers and the proposed oil refinery tax to Marathon, and has not received any objections to the analysis. The proposed measure is being proposed at a time when oil companies are reporting record profits, in no small part due to supply shortages and geopolitical tensions. A PBS article from July 31st is titled, "Major Oil Companies Reap Massive Profits as U.S. and Iran Fighting Drives Energy Prices Higher." One example of this is Marathon Petroleum Company, which reported Q2 2026 earnings this morning. For Q2 2026, Marathon reported $17.73 in earnings per share, beating analyst expectations of $13.95 in earnings per share. Marathon also reported $52.34 billion in revenue, beating analysts' expectations of $41.44 billion in revenue for Q2. An article from Quartz this morning reads, quote, Marathon Petroleum posted its highest profit in 4 years, smashing earning expectations. Thank you for your time. Staff is available to answer any questions that the council may have.
Thank you. I have cards in my hand. Everyone that I call, you have 1 minute to speak. Everybody on board? Louis Diaz.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council and staff. My name is Louis Diaz. I'm a 4-decade resident of the city of Carson, and I oppose the adoption of these 3 resolutions being discussed this evening. This would be a detriment to the labor workforce, both represented and unrepresented workers, not only here in the city of Carson, but throughout the region. I think it's not a good tax for Marathon and others. Look at what happened to Phillips 76. I, as a representative for Teamsters, represent members in this industry, VOPAC, Olympus Terminals, which are recipients of the products that come from these refineries. We fuel the ships and barges, both in the twin ports of LA and Long Beach.
Madam Mayor, that's time.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Commissioner Diaz. Vincent Burr.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, City Councilmen, City Women, and City Council Women. I'm in opposition of this. I want to make sure, first of all, quick questions. I know I'm watching my clock. I'm good at this. How many times has anybody actually sat down and had a negotiation with Marathon here in Torrance, not the entire corporation, because you're quoting numbers that have specifically to do with the company itself. We're talking about Marathon Refinery here in the city of Carson. We lost Phillips 66, and now we're doing this. Now, in December, if I remember properly, it was a $600,000 situation that was placed on transmission lines through Carson at the time. It doubled, did it not? Did it not go to $1.2 million? Is that correct? So I think my point is this. Many of the people that live here in the city of Carson don't know the ramifications or the impact it's going to make on the people that work at this refinery, that live here. I've lived here practically all my life and worked all the refineries. So bottom line is educate the people first before you put this on the ballot, because they have no idea the impact it's going to make on the people.
Madam Mayor, that's time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Patty. Patty Cynical. Patty.
She's coming.
Can I confirm the time? Is it 3
1
minutes?
minute.
1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. My name is Patty Senecal, representing the Western States Petroleum Association. I'm here tonight to urge you to reject the proposed measure. California already has the most hostile business climate in the country. Proposals like this one cement our state's reputation as volatile and high-risk environment for energy investments. Our refineries are critical employers and economic partners in communities like Carson, and we are already subject to the most complex, expensive regulations in the nation. Layering additional local taxes on this makes operations unsustainable. This measure could and severely have cascading consequences. Higher costs at the fuel pump for everyday drivers, undermines the security of our entire state's fuel supply, and significantly damage to our local economy. Most troubling is the precedent this sets. Decisions made in this chamber do not stay contained within the city lines. This goes everywhere outside of Carson. A single jurisdiction can pass a policy disrupting energy infrastructure for all of California. Yet this council bears zero
Madam Mayor, that's
accountability
time.
to millions of voters
Thank
outside
you.
Carson. I urge you to reject. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter Estrada. Peter.
Good morning, council members, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Peter Estrada with Local 92, and I lived in Carson for 45 years. Prior, I was in the military. Once I transitioned out of the military, I got into the union, Local 92, through helmets to hard hats. And I urge the council tonight to reject this proposal. Families are already making difficult choices between filling their gas tanks, paying their utility bills, and putting food on the table. So this tax isn't just going to stop at the gates of the refineries. It's going to affect the members out here and all the citizens. So I urge you as the council, you guys showed a video earlier talking about that we're family and we're going to look out for each other. So let's act like a family and look out for all the members and the people out here in the community of Carson. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Stephen, Boilermakers, Local 92.
Madam Mayor, council members, thank you for this time. My name is Stephen Clenard. I'm a local Boilermaker 92. I just have a quick question. At first glance, $1 doesn't seem all that much, doesn't it? But that's $133 million a year, roughly. What is that going to do to the economy? What if Marathon decides, you know what? We're gone. They'll close this plant. Look what happened to Phillips 66 and Valero. I haven't worked in 4 months, and a lot of other people are out of work because of those plants. You really want to risk Marathon leaving too? Your constituents put you in the chair to protect this city. Don't do this. Revoke it, because you're not helping your constituents. You're putting more debt on their plate. Their paychecks are stretched further enough, far enough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ernesto. Ernesto?
Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the council, executive staff. My name is Ernesto Medrano. I'm with the Los Angeles and Orange County Building and Construction Trades Council, representing 160,000 hardworking men and women. And we're the ones that provide the jobs for the middle class. We don't make cars, we don't make airplanes anymore in California. This is the future, energy. And for us to poke the bear here and try to intimidate an industry that has been completely decimated by the regulations of the state of California, and to compound that with this tax is very, very dangerous. It is a very dangerous game that we're playing here. We are putting at risk folks that earn middle-class wages with health care, with pensions, and this runs the risk of completely losing these types of careers and these kinds of jobs. I urge you to please reconsider and vote down this effort to try to put this excise tax on the ballot. It isn't going to help anybody. We're going to be forced to bring imported oil and pay more for gasoline at the pump. Thank you.
Thank you. How much time do we have? About 22? Okay, Ricardo Sanchez.
Hello, Mayor.
Hi.
I'm here today in opposition to oil barrel tax because most people know the consequences will hit hardworking families and small businesses the hardest. And we can't afford another cost increase to our already expensive life. An oil barrel tax doesn't affect just oil companies. Those costs are passed down to its consumers in the form of higher gas prices, higher groceries, utilities, countless everyday goods. When gas rises, everything else follows, and that's sorry guys. When gas rises, everything else follows, and that's a proven fact. We all depend on affordable energy to operate our businesses and lives. It makes it more difficult for companies to compete, invest, and create more jobs when we are already struggling with inflation and the rising cost
Madam
of
Mayor,
living.
it's time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Michael Stewart.
Good evening, our great mayor and council. I am the vice president of Carson Chamber of Commerce Economic Development Committee. We support and showcase the vibrancy of the economy, our community, and we're doing great things with the help of business and with working with our leadership here and with our workers and with labor. We feel that $1 on every barrel supplied in this one business. It's one business. Okay, they have a major corporation, but this is only one business with 1,450 employees who vibrantly want to work and grow with this community. We feel that to put this on unnecessarily at this time when we're growing with great wealth and going to great things, I believe that the oil
Madam Mayor,
industry
that's
is
time.
leaving, so we would like to
Your time is
upgrade
up,
and
Mr.
showcase
Stewart.
Carson.
Thank you. Lena Whitaker. Lena.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and Council. I'm from the Carson Chamber of Commerce, and we asked that the City Council to decline to adopt resolutions number 26086, number 26087, and number 26088. The BR Consulting Group letter in the record was engaged for a narrow purpose, and its authors say so. It evaluates whether the tax would operate in a confiscatory manner as applied to one taxpayer under one contract. And it expressly disclaims any conclusion about who ultimately bears the burden. It does not examine consumer prices, fuel supply, Carson employment, or the city's own fiscal exposure. Those are the questions before the council, and they remain unanswered. The chamber and its members are prepared to work with the city on revenue approaches that do not concentrate the burden on Carson's remaining industrial employment base. We appreciate the council's consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Medrano, District Council of Iron Workers. I couldn't read the first name. Sochi. Sochi? Oh, okay.
Good evening. My name is Sochi Medrano, and I am the Political Director for the District Council of Iron Workers. I'm here to speak in opposition of the agenda item. Ironwork is a high-risk, dangerous work that requires top-tier training, certified safety, and skilled local labor. Item 23 opens the door to contractors who undercut local prevailing wages and skip local workforce requirements. Carson's taxpayer dollars should stay in the city of Carson, supporting strong union jobs, safe work sites, and local families. Please reconsider and vote no. Thank you.
Thank you. Diane Thomas.
Thank you and good evening. My name is Diane Thomas. I want to begin by saying I am in favor of this resolution. I'm asking the council to pass it. I also want to say to every voter in the city of Carson, when it gets on the ballot, make sure you vote in favor of it. The oil company has been fleecing America for years upon years upon years. And every time a measure comes up, the first thing they want to holler is, oh, they can't afford to do this, they can't afford to do it. You heard the numbers. You heard the numbers, billions of dollars in profit. Profit means that you paid all your bills and you still have billions of dollars left over. Our gasoline is over $6 a gallon. We're not benefiting from Marathon because they're keeping our gas prices low. They're still going up. Don't be fooled by all of this. Vote in favor of this.
Chad Elliott.
Good evening. I come before you tonight to oppose this measure because I'm a South Bay resident, born and raised, and I'm a father of two. I'm trying to hold this back, but honestly, this would ruin my way of life, and all my brothers and sisters in this room can attest that without these refineries, we're not going to have any local work. I've already had to travel to Washington, to Indiana. I got brothers in Idaho. I got people all out of the LA that aren't working in LA because of places like this being taxed and attacked. Yes, the profits are there, but that's the whole company. That's not Carson, California. That's not Wilmington. I live in Lomita, California. I'm rebuilding a house that was built in 1938. And the only way I can do this is with this refinery not getting this tax. So please, I come before you with mercy. Do not just
Mayor, that's time.
blindly take this
Thank
as
you. Your
something.
time is up.
Thank you.
Patrick Dobler.
Good evening.
How are you?
I am Patrick Dobler, affiliated with Local 92 Boilermakers. Marathon Carson Refinery historically operates at roughly 85% efficiency, which results in an estimated 110 million barrels of crude use each year. While $1 per barrel may not sound like much money, this is essentially turns into a massive tax on Marathon, $110 million. Seeing that the city of Carson currently has a balanced budget, this proposal appears excessive and, quite frankly, unnecessary. My concern is that the refineries will not absorb this cost. Historically, oil refineries will pass the city tax of crude oil down to consumers through higher prices for gasoline and other refined products in order to protect their profit margin. When government raises the cost of living and the cost of refining, working families
Madam Mayor,
ultimately
it's time.
pay the price.
Thank you. Thank you. That conclude all communications on this item. I would like to hear from my colleagues. Any comments? No. First of all, let me say this before we make a motion. Mr. City Manager, could you put this up on the slide? This is, I've been looking at this, but if you can see, and I'm going to read it. As reported by various news outlets as of last night, President Donald Trump stated that oil companies have made too much money, and he didn't like it. They're making too much money. And when I went to the gas station, I had to spend $100 to fill up a half a tank of gas. It's not coming back to us. It's going to them. Marathon Petroleum, February 26th, if you look at the margin at the graph, Mr. City Manager, they have made 146.9% profit.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. So in February of 2026, as you see, there is a 146.94 year-to-date increase at 88.98%. It's one of the highest grossing stocks on the market as of this date. As you can see, the trend is continuing to go up, and this is just from the first quarter of those 6 months.
Next slide. Marathon reported a blockbuster $52 billion. That's after all bills have been paid. Am I not correct? $52 billion, not million, dollars in net income profit for the second quarter alone in 2026. $52 billion. Okay? Thank you. To date, I had staff to look at all the projects that we have unfunded here in the city of Carson for this year alone. In order for me to meet the needs of my residents, my constituents here in the city of Carson, I need $159 million. 159. That's for just this year alone, Carson residents. Am I supposed to say to this big company that your 52 billion, I can't get a dime of it? And for them to sit up here and threaten to go out of business, malarkey. Where are they going? Okay, not 52 million, $52 billion. Okay, to my Carson residents that are sitting here, do you want your streets to be maintained? Do you want your trees to be trimmed? All of these projects that I have on here, we have fiber optic stock that needs to be brought into the city. So we're a part of the 21st century, and we're not leaving any child behind. Citywide street repair. You talk about MLK, the roller coaster that everybody laughs at us about. You know, we have lots of work to be done here in the city of Carson. You see dirt moving. You're talking about jobs. If you look across the street, we are employing union workers. We have major dirt that's moving here in the city of Carson. That 157 acres is already guaranteed to have labor workers on there. We've already negotiated with the developers of that site to make sure that union workers are represented, and they have met with the unions. So am I to say to this billion-dollar company, it's all right for my residents to have potholes in their city? Is it all right for me to say to them, your trees don't need trimming because you don't have the money? Is it all right for me to tell my employees that they can't get a raise? And we have the best package there is in the city of Carson for employees. The salaries, that's why they stay so long, because we have the best of the best. And it just didn't happen. So when we're talking about jobs, we make sure here in the city of Carson that our employees are taken care of. And I want to make sure that the city is the jewel of the South Bay as we've proclaimed it to be. In order to be the jewel of the South Bay, if you've been to any of my State of the Cities, we're doing things in the city that's unprecedented. But it's because we love our residents. But in order for us to make sure that we have everything that everybody teases me about, why do I call it the Beverly Hills? Because my residents are just as important as the residents in Beverly Hills. If they don't have potholes, I don't want my residents to have potholes. If their kids have fiber optic stocks, I want my kids to have fiber optic stocks. If they have the best parks, and we do have the best parks in the city that's fully staffed, and the best salaries. I was elected by the residents of the city of Carson to make sure that their needs are met. And when I took this office, I had a $45 million surplus. One lawsuit would have wiped us out. One lawsuit. I came with the philosophy that everybody needs to pay their fair share. But the marathon has been here for over 55 years. They have us in court right now behind a measure that we're locked up in court because they don't want to pay. So they took us to court. We didn't get any money. The measure passed. So now you're coming and saying to us that this tax, which by the way, may or may not pass, is voted upon by the residents. We're putting it out there and say, residents, what do you want to do? This council, if this passes, and I don't know whether it will or not, but I know I'm going to vote for it because I know that this city has had deferred maintenance for over 20 years and $45 million. You just saw the chart, $159 million just for this year alone that I need to bring this city in some form or fashion where it should be. And to my city attorney, repeat those numbers where you said, talked about.
Madam Mayor, can I like to speak, Madam Mayor,
Okay.
I guess after the city attorney. I know I
Yes.
just couldn't queue up. Sorry.
Yes. Before I want to hear from the city attorney. I'm going to make a motion, and then we're going to have my colleagues to speak.
Yes, for Q2 of 2026, Marathon reported 52.34 billion in revenue, beating expectations of 41.44 billion in revenue just for 1 quarter of this year.
1 quarter. 1 quarter.
And Madam Mayor, I'm sorry, I come to you remotely, but the numbers that Marathon has reported, it's relevant in this context as to the reasonableness of the amount of the tax that the Carson is implementing or proposing to the residents. The staff report, we have a very, very detailed staff report that talks about the reasonableness of the tax and other that this is a tax for the right and the privilege to do business in the Carson community. I just want to clarify that the earnings and the profits, their relevance is related to the reasonableness of the tax number or the proposed uh, up to $1 per barrel. That's an important distinction to make. But I turn it over to Councilman Hilton, who wanted to speak.
I want to, before I turn it over to my colleagues to speak, I want to make a motion, and if there's, and then our Councilman, I'll have you on in just a moment. If that's okay. But I'd like to waive further reading and adoption resolution number 26086 entitled, "A Resolution to the City of Carson, California, calling for the holding of a municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, for the purpose of submitting to the qualified voters of the city a general tax measure establishing a business license tax upon the businesses of conducting oil refineries in the city of Carson, requesting consolidation with the statewide general election to be held on the same day, and requesting that the Los Angeles County Register Recorder's Office clerk conducted the necessary election services." And number 2, waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-087 entitled, "A Resolution of the City of Carson, California, setting priorities for filing written arguments and directing the city attorney to prepare an impartial analysis regarding a general tax measure establishing business license tax upon the business of conducting oil refinery in the city of Carson, to be submitted to the voters at the general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd. And number 3, waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26088 entitled, "A Resolution of the City of Carson, California, providing for the filing of rebuttal arguments regarding a general tax measure establishing business license tax upon the business of conducting oil refinery in the city of Carson, to be submitted at a general municipal election to be held on November 3rd. That is my motion.
Madam Mayor, this is your motion, and this item is going before the body of the city of Carson residents for them to determine whether they want this tax or not. Based upon that information, I second.
It's been moved and properly second. I'd like to hear from my colleagues. You have 3 minutes to speak. And I'm going to my bishop that's mute.
Madam Mayor, I
Yes.
want to say that this is a business tax license. This is for the privilege of doing business in Carson. And I want to give some history, and I've gotten calls from all over the state of California and gotten calls, and I wanted to explain this. There was a measure back in I believe it was 2017, 2018, entitled Measure C. I believe it was the oil tax. And that measure passed overwhelmingly. And if that measure was proposed, that measure passed overwhelmingly and projected to give the city of Carson between 25 and $35 million per year into our general fund. That would help our general fund. That was at that time what we called an oil tax. And the voters voted overwhelmingly on it. However, after that oil tax was passed, Marathon did what they called a restructuring. And in this restructuring, that oil tax shifted from that $35 million that was projected to $2 million that they chose to give. And then it had been hashed out in court and it went to an auditor, and the auditor projected that those numbers were wrong, and they end up paying somewhere about $80 million. And then that $80 million check was cut, and then they went to the Supreme Court, and then we're back in the Supreme Court. And here we are now again. Had those items, had that monies been paid or solidified, or we just went with the vote of the people had went in 2018, I don't believe that this body would have to reconsider this. Marathon is reporting record profits, and we believe those profits should also reflect a commitment to the workers who help make that success possible. We support our workers. Tonight, make no bones about it, I stand on the side of workers. I support fair wages. I support good benefits, safe working conditions, and respect the jobs. When companies prosper, the people who show up every day and keep it running should prosper as well. Marathon should pay its fair share, invest in the workforce, and stand with the workers who contribute to its success. Strong companies should help build strong workers, strong families, and also strong communities. The city has supported Marathon and they should pay their fair share. Tonight, this isn't about being compensatory. This isn't about being, this is just about solidifying what the vote of the people said in 2018, and not
Thank you.
to have anything that's misconstrued. So that's what I wanted to say. This is not a double taxation. In 2018, the voters spoke, and somehow, some way, I guess it was misinterpreted, and that has never been made good on. And tonight, I believe that's what this council is suggesting, to go back to the people to make sure there's no misinterpretation.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Councilman. Who else is queued up?
Nobody.
Are you queued up, Councilman Deere?
Yes, I am. Ready?
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay. First of all, it's difficult to sit here and listen to specious arguments. I have a question to the city manager, the staff, the gentleman who made the report. You reported $52 billion in sales. Is that nationwide or international? You said $52 billion in sales.
Councilmember, thank you. In revenue reported by the entire
revenue,
company.
right? In revenue. Okay, revenue is not profit. Revenue is the money coming in. You have to match that against expenses. So what is their profit? It's been said by council members, they're quoting you saying it's profit, but you're saying it's revenue. So,
Sonny, could you answer that, please?
Could you explain what you mean by that, please? Through the city
Yes,
manager.
sorry, I was trying to pull up the data because he did go over it. So
This is not
hold
a
on one
question to
second.
the city attorney.
Report.
This is a question to the city manager and his staff. I just want a clarification on what he said. Did I hear it correctly? That's the only question I have.
Oh,
no
okay.
explanation.
That's
just
correct.
Answer the question.
Is it profit?
So what do you mean by in revenue, meaning total profit, or actually revenue in sales?
Council member, the way it was reported in the earnings was revenue. That was the term that was used.
Revenue, but they mean profit, or they mean revenue.
It was reported as revenue.
Sonny, could you answer
I don't
that,
mean to put
please?
you on the spot. If you don't know, it's okay.
Yeah,
You can say,
I'm
"I
not
don't
familiar.
know."
Yes,
You're
I don't
allowed to
know.
do
I
that.
don't know how it's defined.
Sonny, could you
I was-
answer that, please?
Sure. I was going to say we have this is revenues for the organization, and that's what Chacon presented, and that's what the staff report says. We have Keith McCarthy and Steve Wolfart on the call. I don't know if they can answer that specific question. I mean, I don't know if the councilman has a question or if he's just pointing out that
I do
this
have a
is
question.
revenues.
I just asked it. I'll ask it again if you need it asked.
The $52 billion is their revenues, Councilman, if that's what you're asking. And that's what Chacon said when he presented the staff report.
Okay, follow-up question. Is that internationally, nationally, or statewide?
It's their stated revenues per their earnings report, and it's nationally.
Nationally. Okay. I'm sure most people are aware that the gasoline produced in California is chemically different than the gasoline produced in Utah or Texas.
How much time does he have?
So people have to understand that. And my concern is this, that just like Phillips 66 and Union 76, who have been in Carson area, well, what is now Carson, for over 100 years, well established, they shut down their operation. So the oil tax we had on them, we collected some, but now we're going to collect zero. In other words, if you kill the cash cow, you're not going to have any revenue at all. So if Marathon were to decide that, well, they're going to keep an operation nationwide, but they're going to stop making the California formula for gasoline, which is required by state law, then the refinery could close. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying that as a possibility. So I think we should be careful as a local community on what we do, because our decisions have consequences far beyond what we're considering tonight. So I would like to make a substitute motion that we reject all three resolutions tonight.
There's no second on your motion. Motion fails.
And
Madam,
Madam Mayor, it's really important to clarify.
I
Phillips
think we're going to a
66
vote.
left. Okay, thanks.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Roll call vote on the original motion that was moved by Madam Mayor, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Hicks. Councilmember Rojas?
Yes.
Councilmember Deere?
No.
Councilmember Hilton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Item number 20. Oh, do we need to go back to item number 22? Outside voices, please. Item number 22. Are you ready, or we want to take it over to the next meeting? If you're not ready, I can, okay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 22 is a project update. We'll have and speak to Mills Park, as well as just another brief update about MLK if you like it, but Mills Park primarily is the update.
Huh? Yeah. The half of them don't live here. I know. This is Carson.
This is an update on the Mills Park improvement that Public Works Department is going to provide for the council. Mills Park site improvements and building renovations project. The Mills Park is approximately 4.45 acre community park located in the southeast corner of Central Avenue and East Diamonddale Drive in the city of Carson. Project number 1636, Mills Park site improvements, includes construction of a new playground with shade structures, a full-size basketball court, a fitness court with shade structures. And Project 1795 includes approximately 1,400 square foot building expansion to provide additional office space, exterior public restrooms, a splash pad, equipment room, and additional storage. Project number 1636 was originally advertised as a standalone project in 2024. On October 1st, 2024, the City Council awarded a construction contract to NBC Enterprises in an amount not to exceed $3,444,254. The contractor failed to make satisfactory progress and completed only approximately 30% of the work despite approved time extensions. On September 15, 2025, the city issued a notice of default based on several contract performance deficiencies. On October 2nd, 2025, the city issued a notice of suspension and NBC Enterprises ceased work on the project. Project number 1795 was separately advertised on April 24th, 2025 through the Daily Journal and Planet Bids. 5 bids were received on May 22nd, 2025. After evaluating those bids, staff determined that none satisfied the requirements for the invitation for bids due to bid irregularities and bidder non-responsiveness.
Not 20. I thought this was 22 was consider update on city projects. That's what he's doing. 22.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for clarification, if I could, Madam Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem, this is just an update, but the item itself, it'll get more specifics. Okay.
After evaluating the bid, staff determined that none satisfied the requirements. Following the suspension of project number 1636, the original project, and the rejection of bids of project 1795, staff combined the remaining work under both projects into a single construction contract for all improvements at Mills Park. Pub Construction Incorporated was determined to be the lowest responsive and responsible bidder. Skip that. The current project schedule: bid opening July 2nd, 2026. Council award August 4th, 2026. Contract execution approximately August 18th of 2026. Purchase order issue, we're looking at August 25th. Start construction around the middle of September. Completion of the first portion around March of 2027, and completion of the rest of the project approximately September 30th, 2027.
That good? Okay, we can read the rest. Are there any comments? Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I had a question to staff in regards. Can you go back to the schedule you had up? I think you said March of 2027 for one of the projects to be completed. Yes. That's the outside, or is that the inside of the building itself? Which one is that?
That's the outside.
That's the outside.
The first portion.
And the reason why I asked that question, because Juneteenth has always been at Mills Park, and I know my residents have been inquiring, is it going to ever come back to its park, its home park? Because historical, when an event gets moved to a park, it seems like it don't ever make it back to where it started from. I just want to make sure that the Juneteenth gets back home to Mills Park.
Yes.
We're looking at completing
Yes,
this
Diane.
March 30th of
March 30th.
Of
My concern to those who put this together, enough timing to make sure that the park is ready for acceptance of a Juneteenth celebration. That's my concern. Because we've been gone 2 years already.
September 2027.
Yes, sir. That is our goal. We understand the uncomfortability that the residents have experienced.
Project number 1636, March 30th of 2027.
Okay,
March.
that's the outside.
And that's why I want to know which one was outside and which one was inside.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Public Works Director, that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that report. Motion to receive, it's just a receive and file, something that we want to bring forward to each time. Is there anyone here from the Samoan Federation?
No, they never
No,
came.
okay, they never came. Item number 24. Consider resolution to submit a Carson City Charter amendment to the voters at the November 2023 general municipal election. That's item 24. Do we have any speakers on that? Item 24?
No, Madam Mayor.
None? Oh, staff, could we have a report, please? Michael George.
Is it Michael?
report.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. So we just wanted to identify that we will have to walk on some documents for this particular item, but we're going to provide a presentation from our Assistant City Attorney. I think you have those documents there. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Oh.
Madam Mayor, they gave this to us this evening. Could you ask them to summarize the changes or differences?
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's just
Thank
cleanup
you.
changes, including making sure that all the charter provisions that reference term limits were removed or modified as necessary, and also a change to the ballot question to make sure that it begins with shall the measure and ends with be adopted per the elections code. So generally
Those
just
are the only
clean up.
changes you made?
Those are a general description of the changes. The changes are available in red line in the revised documents that have been distributed to the City Council, and copies are available for the public.
Okay. So the report is what?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So the City Council is being asked tonight to consider 3 resolutions to submit a proposed charter amendment measure to the city's voters at the general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026. The proposed measure would amend the charter, including amended sections 301, 319, and 907, and add section 320 as set forth in Exhibit A to Resolution 26092, submitting the measure to the voters and requesting consolidation with the statewide general election for your discussion and approval.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I know the residents have been, it's a cleanup charter item, some cleanup stuff. I know the residents have been sitting a long time, so I'd like to make a motion to waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-092 entitled a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, calling for the holding of a general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, for the purpose of submitting the qualified voters of the city a charter amendment measure, including amendment section 301, 319, and 907, and addition of new sections 320 to the city charter, requesting consolidation with the statewide general election to be held on the same date, and requesting that the Los Angeles County Register, Recorder, County Clerk conduct all necessary election services, and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-093 entitled a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, setting priorities for filing written arguments and directing the city attorney to prepare an impartial analysis regarding a proposed charter amendment measure to be submitted to the voters at the general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026, and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-094 entitled a resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, providing for the filing of rebuttal arguments regarding the charter amendment measure to be submitted at the general municipal election to be held on November 3rd, 2026.
Second.
And Madam Mayor, could I just request a clarification that motion includes the changes that were walked on, the revised resolutions?
Including the changes that's walked on, if the seconder
Thank
of the
you.
motion would be so kind to receive those.
Who's the second? MPG or?
I gave it to,
Arlene.
yeah, I gave it to Councilwoman Rojas.
Rojas, okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay with the amendment? Yes. Okay.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second with the amendments. Roll call.
Councilmember Rojas,
Yes.
Councilmember Deere,
No.
Councilmember Hilton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks,
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
It's election season here. Item number 25, and we're going to get to 26 in just a moment.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item 25 is to consider adoption of resolutions to submit a non-binding advisory measure regarding school district information or school district formation and or reorganization in Carson to the voters at the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election, and requesting consolidation with the statewide general election to be held on that same date. in this particular item, it's a proposed advisory measure that would allow the city voters to express their opinion on whether or not the city of Carson should explore removing the city's incorporated area from the territorial jurisdiction of LAUSD, and as feasible, either creating a new K-12 unified school district serving Carson or seeking annexation into another nearby existing school district for your discussion and or approval.
Any discussion on the item from my colleagues?
Madam
Yes.
Mayor.
Dr. Hilton.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, I asked for this item to be on the agenda in light of the swirling around the LAUSD was going to be insolvent over the next couple of months. However, it doesn't point to any one district. It doesn't point to us joining anybody's district. It's just to get the sense of the people of Carson, what the people of Carson wants. I have no desire to run for school board, never wanted to run for school board. I know that I guess that's what they're saying, but all I want to do is hear from the people of Carson. When I attended all of Carson's public schools, they were filled. And then now Carson public schools, some of them are not filled. I know that we have a family of schools now. So we just want to make sure that our Carson residents have a say and a seat at the table. So this is all it is. We're trying to just get a gauge of the people and to get them more engaged. And this is a non-binding thing. People texting me right now, like, what happens with our pensions? We're not taking over anything. We're just trying to get a vote of the people and get a clear decision from the residents of Carson. So with that, I would like to make a motion to consider an adoption of a resolution to submit a non-binding advisory measure regarding the school district formation or reorganization in Carson to the voters at the November 3rd, 2026 general municipal election and requesting consolidation with the statewide general election to be held on the same date. Waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-089 entitled A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Carson, California, calling for the holding of a general municipal election to be held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2026 for the purpose to submitting the qualified voters to the city of a non-binding advisory measure regarding school district formation or reorganization in Carson, requesting a consolidation with the statewide general election to be held on the same date and requesting that the Los Angeles County Register Recorder County Clerk conduct all necessary election services. Waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-09 entitled A Resolution of the City Council of Carson, California, setting priorities for filing written arguments and directing the city attorney to prepare an impartial analysis regarding a non-binding advisory measure concerning school districts formations or reorganization in Carson to be submitted to the voters at a general municipal election to be held on November 3rd, 2026, and waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26-091 entitled A Resolution of the City of Carson, California, providing for the filing of rebuttal arguments regarding a non-binding advisory measure concerning school district formation or reorganization in Carson to be submitted to the voters at a general municipal election to be held on November 3rd, 2026.
Is there a second? I'll second it. Councilman Hicks. MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My question to staff and probably to the city attorney, this is considered a non-binary. My concern is, will this only state, do you want to have a new school district in the city of Carson, or you do not want to have a school district in the city of Carson? Just a plain, simple question as opposed to anything more layered that may be confusing in the language and how it's being presented.
Yeah, Mayor Pro Tem Hicks, the actual question that's proposed, if you look at the first resolution, 26089, Section 2, it states the actual question that would appear on the ballot. and it has the heading advisory vote only, which means it's non-binding. It doesn't compel the council to take any action.
Can you read what that says for those that don't have it?
It says, shall the city of Carson explore removing Carson from the Los Angeles Unified School District, LAUSD, and as feasible, either creating a new K through 12 unified school district serving Carson or seeking annexation into another nearby existing school district? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Ben, Mayor Pro Tem, can I add something to that?
Yes.
Because a portion also is Compton. I wouldn't want to just solely single Los Angeles Unified School District out. I would want every Carson resident to get a vote at this, opposed just to those who are in LAUSD, because Compton covers a portion of Carson as well. So I would think we would have to cover the whole gamut of Carson, and not just single LA. Are we forming our own school district? Not just saying we're going to separate. I would want everybody in Carson to get this, and not for it not to just be on a portion of Carson's ballot, but all of Carson's ballot.
It will be, won't it?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk.
So
It's a citywide
will it be on
measure.
all of? Will it be a citywide measure?
Yes.
Okay.
But the city council has the authority, the discretion to change the proposed wording of the ballot question if that's a concern. If you'd like to change, because that's in your proposed resolution. If
It
you'd like
has
to
to be
change the wording, you
citywide.
can certainly do that. But yeah, it's a citywide vote.
Okay.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, the other concerns, I've received several calls. The biggest concern is many of the residents do not want to succeed to be with Compton Unified School District. And I think that's what's being put out there, that they do not want, and I'm not saying agreeing, but I know what my residents are saying, that they don't want to be in Compton Unified School District. And they don't want to be confused in the language and how it's written. And I just want to be plain English, that it says that we're just doing a feasibility study to determine whether or not you want to separate yourself from LAUSD. And if that's yes, would you want to actually develop your own school district for the city of Carson, or would you like to partner up with another school district, whoever that might be? But I want it to be that simple, as opposed to saying all the words that normally are in different mailings that go out, and people saying, well, I don't know if it's yes or no or yes. I just need it to be plain English.
Sure. And so, Mayor Pro Tem, I think the idea is exactly to what you stated. I think when the recommendation was first brought onto the dais for you and your colleagues, the mention of Compton School District was mentioned, but it wasn't stated that in this particular resolution and the measure that's being proposed, that's not being identified. Compton School District is not identified as a school district of consideration. There is no school district that's of consideration. This is a consideration, as you eloquently already spoken, is if does the residents, yes or no, want to have their own school district? And if they don't want to have their own school district, would they like to annex, or would they like to be part of another school district? Yes or no? Based upon the responses of that measure, if it is a yes, then it would still have to come back to the voters again to have a proposal of, well, what does that look like and who is that going to be with? And there's so many other variables that would actually go into factor once this initial measure, if it were to pass, has to come by. So this isn't just stating that if you all are approval of this tonight and it goes to the voters and they vote in favor, that they're going to Compton School District. Nowhere in this measure does it state that. So I want to echo what you're stating. This is not what this is asking. This is not what this is advising. It's not recommending. It's just asking, do you want to have your own school district, Carson, or do you want to be part of another school district? That's it.
Well, in that measure, couldn't it say other than Compton School District?
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
No.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it.
Madam Mayor, I don't know that would be wise to say that.
Don't even say it.
If I think it's
not very nice,
again,
but
it's up to your residents, obviously, as to what they would like to do. But this is not even that stage yet. I think
I
if
hear
it gets
you.
to that point, then you can be more specific as to how you all want to present that language at that time. This time is just, does the city want to have its own school district, or does it want to join another? That's it.
Other than Compton.
And it's not
Well,
speaking
and
anybody's
I
name.
think
Could be
also
Torrance,
what
could be
needs to be
anybody.
considered in his the financial end of it, because they may say yes, but financially it may not be. It'd be too
Can't do it. It's not-
costly. And so,
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, this is something that Mayor Pro Tem actually requested maybe 6 months to a year ago. We did an initial feasibility study on the financial aspect and impact of this, and we brought those numbers, which was it was exceedingly expensive. Not to pour salt in the wound, but if Marathon could probably support it, then we'd probably be able to do that. But besides that, this is just, I mean, we can't afford to pay for that school district.
Call it the Marathon Unified School District.
well, that's his. Excuse me. That has been what has been ringing. Compton Unified. We have been trying to get out of Compton Unified District ever since I've been since 70, forever. You know, and I know certain communities in North Carson, their kids have to go, and we talked to them before. They said you can take all the kids you want, but I'm keeping the money for each child. So they're not willing to let any revenue go, and I would never vote to be a part of Compton Unified School District.
And what the media did was take a soundbite, and what I said was, I said there are some people in North Carson who pays Compton taxes.
Yes.
They took a soundbite and flipped what I said around. So I just want to say that. And I never advocated for us to go from one district to another. So this was just an advisory vote to feel the temperature of the people, to see, because some people don't even send their kids to Carson schools. They send them to private schools. I don't know. And then would LAUSD have school choice? Some people just say, hey, I want to stay here. So we were just trying to get a pulse and a temperature on what the community wanted to do. That's all. This is an advisory vote, not going to not advocating for any district.
Thank you, Councilman Deere. Oh, were you
Before-
through
be-
MPG?
No, one question. No, I think Hilton brought up, Councilman Hilton brought it up. I guess making sure this language that goes out correctly. If it states, shall the city of Carson explore removing Carson from the Los Angeles Unified School District, should it say LAUSD, or should it just say the school district that represents the city of Carson? Because again, part of it is Compton Unified, and the other part is LAUSD. This is real specific, and this is not allowing the other part of the northern part of our city to be considered, even though they may vote, but it's not removing them.
Yeah, so you may want to change the language to reflect that, like, shall the city of Carson explore removing Carson from the current school districts that apply to city of Carson, something like that.
That works.
Of the current
school. I'm just making sure that it covers everybody, because this just specifically only cover LAUSD only.
Yeah, I think that's what Council Member Hilton was referencing. Not so much about does everyone have an opportunity to vote, but when you vote, it may not make a difference if you said yes or no, because as you're stating, Mayor Pro Tem, if you're in the Compton School District, even though you live in Carson, you're still going to end up paying taxes to Compton. So to Compton School District. So this is a great point. And I think the city attorney is making this reference well, that you all would probably want to consider allowing everyone that votes has an opportunity to either be part of its own school district or be removed from said school district that they're currently affiliated with.
Okay. So they'll work on that language. I mean, do we have to vote on that language tonight?
We should try to specify what we wanted to say tonight, because we do need to submit it to the county within the next 3 days.
Okay.
So I would propose saying, shall the city of Carson explore removing Carson from the current school districts
that represent the city of Carson?
Represent the city of Carson, and as feasible, either creating a new K-12 unified school district serving Carson or seeking annexation into another nearby existing school district.
The maker of the motion, you accept that?
Yeah.
The seconder accept that too?
Who was the second?
You.
Oh, I was.
You.
I very seldom get a chance to second. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's been moved and properly. Councilman Deere, I'm sorry.
Thank you. A clarification, just for the edification of the audience. If you live in Carson, within the city limits, but you live east of Avalon Boulevard and you live north of University Drive, you're in Compton Unified School District. not LA Unified. But there is an agreement now and a state law that says if there is a desk available in a school district near you, you have a right to claim that for your child. So it's a much more liberal approach than it was 25 years ago when the city of Carson had an actual election to break away from LAUSD. Those of you who lived in Carson for a number of years, you might remember, give or take a year, about 2002, we had an election in Carson to break Carson away from LAUSD and form our own school district. Okay, so that's just some history. But two questions. One is that we're talking about asking the voters if they want to break away everything within the city limits of Carson, which would exclude schools that currently service Carson. It would include it would exclude Banning, Gardena, Narbonne, and Rancho Dominguez Preparatory School, which is middle school and high school. Those schools would still be part of LAUSD, and we would not have a right to send our students there unless you took advantage of the state law I mentioned a few minutes ago, that if there's a seat available, you can get your kid into the school. There's a process. It's not easy, but it's doable. Okay, so that's one question. And the second question is that if we were to go forward with this idea that's being discussed tonight, we would end up with one high school. And school districts generate revenue or receive revenue basically from two sources. It's a per pupil or per student attendance on a daily basis. The state provides money to the school district. And also the school district has a portion of the property tax that everyone pays if you own property in LA County. A portion of that goes to the school district where your property is located. So the question would be, would this new school district have enough money to essentially build another high school? Because you're losing Gardena, Banning, Compton High School, Rancho Dominguez Preparatory School, and Narbonne. Those are schools where Carson kids go now. And I know there are other schools, there are private schools, Catholic schools, Torrance School District. But my very last point is this. There are only two school districts that are contiguous to the city limits of Carson. So if you exclude LAUSD, you're talking about Long Beach Unified School District or Compton Unified School District. Those school districts would have to agree to allow Carson to join their school district. It's not an easy process. It's very complicated. So do we want to go forward with this idea? That's up to the council, but I just wanted to present that to people so we have a better understanding of what we're talking about. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Thank you. I think everybody kind of answered all the questions I have. I'm a product of LAUSD. So I understand a couple of people of what they said, keeping it in the community. So that's it. I think this measure kind of confuses a lot of people. And again, we had so many questions, and I feel like the residents may also feel the same. Again, I'm the product of LAUSD, and all the choices were there, and I had kids that went to private school, Torrance, and LAUSD. So we got to think about the kids. And that's it.
Okay, any other comments?
Madam Mayor, if I can just add briefly, I believe isn't Torrance School District also adjacent to the city of Carson?
No.
They're not adjacent to us?
Mm.
Pretty close.
Torrance School District goes as far west as Western Avenue. Our city limits don't begin until the 110 freeway, which is a mile away. It's not contiguous.
So then you don't have an option of Torrance. It sounds like you have two.
That's correct.
Long Beach.
Well, you have three options, actually.
Long
it would
Beach,
be
Torrance,
Long Beach,
Torrance, Compton.
beautiful Compton,
Yours is
and
not included.
your own.
LAUSD.
Mm-mm. Okay, call for the vote.
And just to clarify, the motion on the floor does not include the amendments to the ballot question that we discussed as of right now, unless you want to do a friendly amendment.
We did.
Oh, you included that in the
Yeah,
motion?
I asked the maker of the motion and the seconder.
Oh, okay. And then just to clarify, should that say represent? We use the word represent, right?
Yeah.
Do you want it to say serve instead, or
it could be serve?
So shall the city of Carson explore removing Carson from the current school districts, plural, that serve Carson, and as feasible, either creating a new K through 12 unified school district serving Carson or seeking annexation into another nearby existing school district. Is that good?
That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
The maker of the motion is okay with that?
Yes.
Seconder?
Yes.
Okay. Call for the vote.
Call for the roll call vote.
Yes. Councilmember Rojas.
No.
Councilmember Deere.
No.
Councilmember Hilton.
Yes.
Mayor Davis. Nope. Out of order. My apologies. Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
No.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
It's gonna fail. I abstain.
Oh.
All good.
Oh.
Motion fails 3-1-1.
Thank you. Item number 26. I just love looking out there, seeing all your bright faces. I just love it. Didn't you learn a lot tonight? Yes, you did. Item number 26, staff.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Item number 26 will be presented by our Public Works Director, Dr. Arlington Rogers, to consider a rescission of preferential permit parking zone I as in Indigo for area near Mills Park and accept resolution 26-082.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. This is to kind of share the process that we took that led us to where we are this evening. Preferential parking zone I. First, the establishment of a preferential parking zone. Public Works provides petition forms for the preferential parking zones upon a written request of any 5 residents, which we received on June 25th, 2024. The petitioners then need to collect signatures from residents representing at least 60% of the homes and return the petition within 60 days of it being issued. We verified that we received 63% on August 22nd, 2024. Okay. And when we're saying 60% of the homes, it is not the individuals in the homes, it is the addresses. So the homes, that's where we get our percentage.
From the homes.
On the homes.
So to
not the
clarify,
individuals.
if you have 6 individuals that signed signatures on the petition, it's only accounting for 1 signature per house.
Correct.
So I just want to make that clear. That's for both the petition to establish as well as the petition to rescind. So there's been some miscommunication and misunderstanding that there's been multiple signatures, which is fine. Anybody can sign if they want from a household, but we are only counting 1 signature per home.
So with that thought, you wouldn't be at 60% or 51%.
I'm sorry, say that again, Madam Mayor.
With that, what he just explained to us, if you had 20122 sign that petition 6 times and you counted them as 6 votes.
No, Madam Mayor. Let me clarify. If you had 6 signatures in a house, you're only having and accounted for 1
Exactly.
signature, 1 vote, 1 house. So even though people might have signed 6 times for 1 address, it's only being accounted for once,
And
1
that's-
signature. The other 5 do not count. It's 1 signature for 1 house.
So we're counting addresses.
You're
not-
counting
not
addresses. So
individuals.
when you counted addresses, you came up with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Staff commissions a utilization survey to measure the parking demand in the area of the petition. That was performed on September the 10th, 2024, at a rate of 41% utilization, which I'll explain coming up. The Public Works Commission then sets a public hearing to discuss the petition. A notice of the hearing must be sent to all property owners, residents, and occupants within 300 feet of the proposed zone at least 10 days prior to the hearing. The hearing was held on April 14th, 2025. The Public Works Commission makes a recommendation to the City Council, which shall be based on more than 75% of on-street spaces are occupied during the days and hours for the proposed parking restriction from the utilization survey. And what that means is how many people are parking at the time we want to have permit parking. And it must be about 75% in order to have that move forward. So self-contained area, are there any other parking areas in the local area where residents can park? Carson City Council then considers a resolution for the establishment of a preferential parking zone. The permit parking zone I was approved by the City Council on June 3rd, 2025. The termination of a preferential parking zone is as follows. The City Council may terminate a preferential parking zone upon receipt of a petition calling for the termination, which has been received and transmitted by the city clerk, which contains the signatures and corresponding printed name and address representing majority 50% plus one of the dwelling units in the zone. A petition to rescind the permit parking was received by the city clerk's office on June 24th, 2026, signed by 59% of the dwelling units within the zone. Letters to all residents regarding permit parking enforcement were sent out on July 8th, 2026. Signature validation letters were sent to permit signatories on July 14th, 2026. Here are the streets that represented for the petition. Diamonddale from Central Avenue to Radlett, Princetown Avenue from Helmick to Diamonddale, Midtown Avenue from Fern Rock Street to Diamonddale Drive, Radlett Avenue from Abbottson Street to Cyrene Drive, Hilford to Abbottson to Cyrene Drive, and Nestor Avenue from Abbottson Street to Cyrene Drive from Radlett to Nestor, Abbottson Street from Radlett to Nestor. To summarize, homes in the subject area totaled 158. Homes with signature collected totaled 100. Percentage of homes with signature was 63%. The utilization survey totaled 41% of on-street spaces were occupied by a vehicle. Staff originally recommended to deny the position based off the 41% utilization. An appeal was sent to the Public Works Commission, who then recommended staff to present to council for consideration. Carson City Council approved the resolution for the establishment of preferential parking zone I on June 3rd. Council is considering rescinding the preferential parking zone in zone I on August 4th, 2026.
Is that it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, before we have council deliberation, I'd like to hear from the residents. You've heard the report. Samuel McKinney.
Madam Mayor, just for clarification, what's the time? One, okay. And then still 30 minutes.
It's a 1 minute rule tonight.
And 30 minutes for the section? 30 minutes total for the
Yes,
item?
well, we don't have that many. for
Okay.
1 minute.
Madam Mayor,
Good evening, sir. You have 1 minute.
copy that. Ladies and gentlemen, of the community, I got up here to, first of all, thank my community for stepping up the way you guys did, 100%.
Speak in the mic.
We came in, I am so sorry, we came in 2 weeks ago and spoke here, and I want to thank the council for putting this on the calendar for us today. I really, really appreciate it. we still stand strong on not wanting the preferential parking. And as I stated last time, I hope you guys took it to heart. Just think if it was your neighborhood. You've been living there 25, 30 years. Now all of a sudden you got to pay to park in front of your house. So it makes no sense whatsoever. Then I wanted to thank Councilman Hilton for the way he stepped up the other 2 weeks ago. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. Councilman Hicks, thank you so very much. Mr. Ex-Mayor,
Madam Mayor,
you
that's
did
time.
your thing. Thank you, Mr. Deere. Thank you so much. So we
Madam
just
Mayor.
want to make sure that you guys understand my time is up, but I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure you understand we are absolutely against the parking. And again, put it in your own pipings.
I have one question. A statement was made last meeting, I don't know which way it was, that someone on this council had used their persuasion to get the first petitions passed.
That's what was going around in our community. Yes, ma'am.
Who?
I'm not at liberty to do that. I'm not a rat.
Well,
I wouldn't do that.
I mean, who? What?
I wouldn't. My thing is,
That's
it
what
was
was
done. It was
That
done.
was a rumor. This council body up here does not get involved in that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. It was
Okay.
a rumor, and rumors spread like fire.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So if it was a me, it's a blatant lie. If it was, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But,
Okay.
You know.
Well, it wasn't you. So.
Oh, I'm okay.
All right. So we're good. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
The next is this Tina Alexander, 20218 Radlett? 20218 Radlett Avenue. Okay. Trina?
Good evening.
Hi there.
I am here to speak on wanting. We want the parking permit. We want the parking permit for safety. There are drugs, there are gang members that are at the park.
Wait a minute.
At the park. Surrounding the park. That's what we're concerned with. We are constantly calling the police, asking for patrols to come through. They rarely come through. When they do, it's hours later. We are watching. There are people there all night with their headlights on. They have other cars that are coming up and stopping. They're doing different kinds of business there. You can step outside and smell the marijuana that's going on. It is for our safety that we want the parking permit to be there. Now, yes, it could be just for Radlett or just the streets around the park is what we're looking at. But if we
Madam Mayor,
allow
that's time.
that, it's going to eventually go more. So
Okay.
we're asking for the parking permit.
Thank you. I want to be clear with you because you did call me. You said Radlett and Diamonddale only. Am I correct?
And yes.
It has nothing to do with anything else.
Well, that's what we were looking at, the streets that are surrounding the park.
Okay, you said Radlett and Diamonddale when you called me.
Radlett and Diamonddale, yes, I did.
And you also mentioned to do from the park closure until 7 o'clock in the morning.
At least when the park
Overnight.
closes,
Mhm.
that the permit would be there at least during that time so that they're not there doing their businesses all through the night.
Okay. Okay. I just want to be clear on that. She wasn't asking for all of this. She was asking for 2 blocks for her 2 blocks
Surrounding the park.
only.
Surrounding the park.
And to the staff, okay, thank you. We know where you are. Thank you. Yes. Did you have something to say? Oh, no, you don't? Oh, okay. Gennard, 20203 Nestor. Ginyard, I'm sorry. Ginyard?
Gerard.
Jur? This look like... Okay, Mr. Jur.
20203 Nestor Ave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your time, Mayor Davis. I'm going to try to do this in a minute. It says, I'm here tonight because I strongly believe our neighborhood should establish a residential parking permit program for a few different reasons. Unlike my wife, who has lived in Carson her entire life, I moved here 5 years ago when I got married. Before moving to Carson, I had the opportunity to live in different communities, including Beverly Hills, Sherman Oaks, and Burbank. And I've seen firsthand how residential parking programs protect neighborhood access and make a real difference for the people who actually live there. Residents should not have to circle their own neighborhood looking for parking because spaces are being taken up by people who don't live here. Our streets are a shared community resource, and residents should have reasonable priority when it comes to parking near their own homes. I don't believe a permit program is about excluding people unfairly. It's about managing a limited resource, protecting residential access, reducing congestion, and
Madam Mayor,
maintaining
that's time.
the quality and desirability of our neighborhood. I believe we should establish a clear policy with a hard cutoff.
Thank you. You support residential parking. Thank you. Jacqueline. 1427 Abbottson. Good evening.
How I live on Abbottson Street, and I am here to please consider the rescission of this parking permit, Zone I. With the information that I had at the time, I went ahead and purchased the permits, went to City Hall and did that. And I said, if it is rescinded, which I certainly hope it will be, I'd like to know how soon I can receive my money back, a refund.
And bring your receipt in.
Pardon me?
Bring that receipt in. You should get it ASAP.
Yeah, that's,
That's what you had to say?
rescind it. Yes, really.
You support it?
Yes, it is.
Rescind it.
Thank you.
Give me my money. Jordan Edwards, 20222 Radlett. Edwards. Jordan Edwards.
How you doing?
Hey, Jordan.
I oppose the rescission of the permanent parking initiative because it's not just about parking. For nearly 3 years, this neighborhood has worked to address legitimate public safety concerns. We have schools starting on August 11th, and students from Curtis Middle School have to walk home intimidated by people sitting in parked cars near Mills Park. We have residents witnessing gang recruitment, and this is me personally too. Gang recruitment, people having sex in front of our houses, large organized fights on our residential streets, illegal dumping, RV parking by non-residents, and people sitting in their cars for hours smoking weed. So, in summary, the parking permit serves as a deterrent for long-term parking by non-residents and helps reduce opportunities for criminal activity. And lastly, I know the people who got shot at, the two boys that got shot at Mills Park, I know them personally. Those guys were sitting in the car parked for hours on Radlett and Diamonddale before they carried out their attack. So this isn't just
Madam Mayor,
something that's we just talking. So thank you.
Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Respectful. Madison Edwards. No, I had Madison.
My name is Madison, and I'm speaking on behalf of my cousin who could not be here to discuss because of work. My cousin attended Curtis Middle School. After school, older teens would often park near Diamonddale and Central by Mills Park. Many students avoided walking past them because they felt intimidated. Some of these individuals were involved in gangs and pressured students to join. The park area on Diamonddale became known for drug activity and gang presence. Students warned each other to take different routes home. Fights are organized on social media. People drove in, they park, and gather simply to watch teenagers fight. Unfortunately, these safety concerns extend beyond the park. December 2024, my close friend David was killed by gun violence while attending a house party on Hillford. David's death devastated the King Drew community and reminded us that public safety is not just about what happens on the streets surrounding parks or school routes. It's also about taking reasonable precautions where gatherings are held.
Madam Mayor, that's time.
Thank you. LaShawn?
Since some people have already given some information about some of the challenges that we are faced, I want to just bring up a little bit of a background. November 2023, we met with the city engineers to discuss ongoing public concerns around Mills Park. We wanted what already existed at Stevenson and Anderson. Our original scope only included Diamonddale, Ratlet, and Cyrene. All these other folks here, it did not include them. How it happened was the city staff instructed us to include surrounding streets to prevent parking and safety problems from shifting onto nearby streets, and we followed their advice. City staff also told us that the final permit parking hours and zone will be determined by the city based on its analysis, not us. Our neighborhood experienced several things. I'm going to bring up some that have probably not have been mentioned. Our mail carrier was,
it's time.
his truck was broken into, excuse me, his
Excuse
truck was
me.
broken into
Madam Mayor.
consecutive 2 times on Cyrene and Ratlet.
Miss Edwards, your time is up.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
I have a question for her. Would you mind, ma'am? You articulated about an incident that happened a few years back, a gentleman on parole, and then he came back and committed a crime. Could you enlighten the rest of the council on that?
Absolutely. First of all, Hilford had 2 homicides within 6 months of each other. And the first homicide was a parolee, and 2 of the people that initiated this rescind, one of them shared with me that they heard him or saw, I don't know, but heard them fighting. He and the lady that was killed fighting in the middle of the street at 3 a.m., which was prior to her death, okay? And there's no record. She told me from her own mouth.
Excuse
Okay.
me, excuse
And
me,
would you-
excuse me.
Madam Mayor, ask her to address it.
Agnes and I were there.
That's okay, let her speak.
Agnes
your
and
ti-
I were there when this was shared with us.
Okay, we have enough of that information. We're not going back and forth.
Okay.
You have some concerns, and
Okay.
we
I have
hear
some
them.
concerns. School is starting back August,
Okay.
August the 10th, and
Thank
we
you.
need protection. And we
Thank
need
you. I
this
think that's
resolved.
another issue other than parking, so that it needs to be dealt with
Safety
differently.
is the issue.
Safety is the issue, not parking. Who do we have next? Agnes Williams. Did I call Agnes?
No.
Agnes, is that you? Where are you?
She's coming.
Oh.
She coming.
Hey, Agnes. What's going on, girl?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Mayor. My name is Agnes Williams, and I live on Hillford in Carson. 16 years ago, I moved over from Fullerton, California to Carson. Since that time, there have been at least 2 fatalities on my street alone, Hillford. People sit parked. My house is on the corner. They're sitting on Serene, and the back end of their car is on Hillford, and they're smoking dope, throwing the paraphernalia and stuff on my property. But I said, each year, I know things are going to get better, so I'm just going to give it a chance. Well, so far it hasn't, so I gave myself a timeline. I'm going to be honest with you, I can't take it anymore. I thought the cavalry was here when we got permit parking. Well, if that's going to go away, I'm gone. My timeline is up. I'm going to take my vow and leave Carson. I can't take it anymore. I've already made arrangements. It is horrible. You guys should see the parking. People park on
Madam Mayor,
top
it's
of the
time.
sidewalk.
Thank you. Okay. Agnes Williams. I just called. Did I have anyone else? Oh, you're Agnes. Okay. Okay, we've heard from the community. And I need to. Yes. Where are you? Elisa, come on down after Miss. Come on down. You filled out one too? Robin Hood. Here's Miss Robin Hood.
Oh,
Okay.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Lula Davis Home, Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks, and council members. On behalf of the residents of Zone 1, Zone I would like to express our sincere gratitude for the opportunity to be heard in considering the recession of the Zone 1 preferential parking program. My thing is this, representing all of these residents here. If we had been given a petition to sign and you leave off the passage of what you're wanting, and that's blank, just ask us to sign a piece of paper and you explain to us what it was, and then when we get here and we ask to view it, you have a whole passage that you have inputted into a document. That's false. It's misleading, and it should be a criminal offense because now you've altered a document that we did not sign for. Now, I don't believe that that's correct. That's the way it should happen.
Madam Mayor, it's time.
All right.
Thomas
Margaret.
Hardy.
You have one
You ready
minute.
for me?
Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
She didn't
I
have
wanted
any
to
agenda
say
on
I've been a member of Carson for 40 plus years. My parents were the original owners of the house that I stay at. So one of the things when you guys say there's gang violence, I'm walking the street at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday with my little dog. Somebody is throwing gang signs up at me. Do you know when I come out, I live on Nestor, in between on Cyrene, I cannot see my left or my right. And that is a distraction of blind side because you can't see whether you can turn left or right because there's so many cars on the road. So the parking permit is a plus. It will keep the community better because being a resident, I have seen how the crime has gone up, how everything has gone up, and there's no safety. I don't feel safe. And I'm sitting here to represent everyone to consider the residential parking. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on down. You're Margaret? You didn't have a number on here. That's how you were mixed in.
Council and Mayor. My name is Margaret Hardy. I've been living in Carson for more than 40 years, and I live on 1510 East Irene, right by the park. And let me tell you what has happened. We have people casing our neighborhood, people sleeping overnight in cars and mobile homes, sitting in cars for hours at a time, looking for opportunities to steal vehicles, car parts, break into homes. They eat in their vehicles and throw trash in the street. Last year, we had our mail carrier. He got broken into 2 days in a row on Cyrene. Me personally, I've had 2 cars stolen in front of my house. I had my catalytic converter stolen, and my car is right in front of the house. And then we're losing good neighbors because of the issues and the homicides and things that has happened. And then on the corner of Cyrene and Hillford, people are parking right on the corner. So, you can't go around the bend because they're not supposed to be parking on the bend on the corner like they are.
Madam Mayor, that's time.
That's a safety issue.
Thank you. Diane Thomas, this is our last speaker on this item.
I'll be brief because I only have 1 minute. We have a problem in the area. That's obvious. We have a split. We have a split in thoughts of how to resolve the problem. Where tonight you're going to be looking at rescinding the original petition that went place, and that they have the votes to rescind it. So let's say that happens. My thought is, how do we come together as a community? I'm a 55-year resident in my house, an original owner. We need to hold meetings so that we can come up with solutions that will benefit everyone in the community, because it's a wonderful community, but we do have problems. I'm going to say this to anybody that signed a piece of paper that had no writing on it. Don't sign it. Don't sign it. And if you sign something, read it. I've heard too many comments from people who signed, didn't read, didn't know what they were signing. So I'm just saying, Councilman,
Thank you.
Let's have some meetings, do what you need to do tonight, and let this community come together, because we've been watching each other for years, and we want to continue to be a united community. Thank you.
Thank you. MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I hear you loud and clear, my residents around Mills Park. I understand the concerns. I, too, have had 2 cars stolen in front of my house. I had my catalytic converter stolen from in front of my house. There are things that happen in our community, and I'm normally up and around the community. Most people don't know at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm coming from the hospital with my father. But I remember the original request was for the preferred parking to be on Diamonddale from Central Avenue to Radlett, from Radlett down to Cyrene. And that should have been the original request. But again, it was stated by staff to those who put the petition before this city to include the other streets. My proposal is to consider and keeping the original request by the signatures that was given to us to keep the preferred parking in front of Mills Park from Central Avenue down Diamonddale to Radlett, from Radlett to Cyrene, and end it at Hilford. End it at Hilford. You don't want it ended at Hilford? Then we will stop. We will stop at Radlett. We will stop at Radlett. That was the original request.
MPT, I think we heard it loud and clear. There are enough votes to rescind it. I think we need to start from scratch. According to our staff, Okay, excuse me. According to staff, how many votes were there? 59%?
For
Excuse me.
Madam Mayor.
He votes for which one, Madam Mayor? The rescission
The rescind.
50 plus 1. I'm gonna
50 plus 1.
And there were no duplication of counting?
No, we count
because
addresses.
there were some of these on the petition. There was 8, 9 people to sign from one house. It should, as it's been stated by the city manager, you only able to count one signature, not all of the signatures.
We count the addresses, regardless of how many people signed that live in the house. We as staff count the addresses. So the percentage of the homes that face the street of the quote unquote parking permit area in question, that's what we count. We don't count people, we count the addresses.
So you had?
So originally we had in the subject area 158 homes.
Mm-hmm.
Of those homes, there was collected 100 signatures for the home, representative of that home.
One home.
One home.
Okay.
One address, 100 addresses out of 158. That was the first permit. That was the first petition, 63%. The rescission was 50 plus 1, 50% plus 1. The rescission was 50% plus 1. That is our threshold for the rescission of the parking permit. Maybe he helped push it through. The rescission is the criteria is 50% plus one. We've met that criteria.
Okay, MPT. It doesn't matter whether it was 2 months. We're talking about the number of houses. Shh, 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 shh. It doesn't matter. We're talking about the number of homes that were counted. That's what we're talking about. MPT.
Thank you. My request, based upon the information we have, that we go through the rescinding of this preferential parking zone I for Mills Park, and to bring back at a town hall meeting. Where's my council aide? Where's CAC? We need to set up a meeting ASAP at Mills Park or an adjacent to address the issues, along with the sheriff, code enforcement, public safety, all involved, because there's some issues that need to be addressed in that area. We also need to look at our parking enforcement team. We may need to look at signage that need to go up, that there's no more parking, overnight parking around Mills Park. And in addition to that, that the parking availability will be only during the park hours, that the park is actually being operated. Once the park is closed, there's no parking around Mills Park. But all that will be part of the town hall meeting that's coming up, that we will have to address all these issues that we have around the area. And once we come together, we will put together a plan of action that's going to be what the entire residents want to have. Not one or bifurcating from another, but what we do collectively as one. Understanding I live around the corner. I'm not that far. I see most of you guys all the time. I'm always around in the neighborhood. So I just want to make sure we get this done right. For those who did the petition, I'm real pissed because I seem that we've gotten two different formulas of how to do this. It's like staff gave one way for one group, another way for another group, and that we are going back and forth and it's not being what it needs to be in place. And that people are frustrated because you take up your time and effort to do these things and then you turn back around and tell you did it wrong when you tried to get it right the first time. People don't have time to be going back and forth. But if we got it what we have before us today, moving with staff recommendations to remove professional parking at this time. And in addition to that, to refund the funding for those who needed their money back that already have paid, and that we do that process now, and then we go back and we need to do that meeting immediately for Mills Park in that area. I'm gonna request Diane Thomas to assist in that as well, along with where's McKinney, where is my Edwards, where are all my folks that they know in the neighborhood that knows how to get people in place. You want to be a part of that too? You've been doing okay. Well, we're gonna make that happen. But that's my motion.
Your motion, I'll second that.
To waive further reading and adopt resolution number 26082 entitled Resolution to the City of Carson, California, terminating preferential parking zone I, Mills Park, removing the association preferential parking regulations within the zones, in addition to refunding the funds for those who have paid, in addition to having an immediate meeting to address the issues around Mills Park with all of our law enforcement as well as individuals who are assisting to making sure that we address the issues at Mills Park.
And also for each group that's here, I want you to add, there should be a block captain from each Cyrene, Addison, everywhere. You guys are the eyes and ears of this community. Okay, Diane is the neighborhood, well, she's an area, but you need block captains on every block in that community, in that zone. Every block, not one, every block. And because I'm hearing some people on Hilford want it, some don't. Some on Nestor want it, some don't. This community has been united for so long.
Too long.
For parking to separate you. So come together and come up with an alternative that's good for both of you. But block captains are essential. How many streets do we have up on this? We're listed?
Well, at least 7.
At least 7. We have 2 block captains. I need to see 6 more from the meeting. Can I get an amen? Thank you. So it's been moved and probably seconded. We're going to resend it. We'll start. Really, when you resend it, you're starting from scratch. That's really what you're doing. You're going back to where you were 4 months ago. Councilman Deere.
So if it passes to rescind, then the staff's going to look at reinstating a permit parking on possibly 3 streets only. Is that the idea?
They will decide.
Whatever comes out of that town hall meeting.
Okay. So this neighborhood obviously is polarized, very divided on this issue. I would like to hear one more time from a representative, maybe the gentleman who spoke first, on why you want to get rid of permit parking. Is there a specific reason, and can that reason be addressed separately from the permit parking? You could, if you don't mind being the spokesperson, I'd like to hear.
I think
why the people, excuse me,
Okay.
why the people who live in the neighborhood, why they don't want permit parking. What is the reason? And if there's a reason that could be mitigated, for instance, I'm not saying this is it, but for example, I've been approached by people who have permit parking, but they want to have a party. Well, can they get a waiver for their guests who are coming to visit them? Maybe they're having a family reunion on that one day in order to park near the house. Is that a possibility? Actually, the city manager could address that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're not on the camera.
You're not on the camera.
Samuel,
What-
Samuel,
excuse me.
Samuel, you can't do it from the floor.
Excuse me, you don't have to come up. My request is that you go back as a community and resolve your problem. You don't need us sitting up here to tell you how to resolve your problem. You've been doing it for too long. This is not about filibustering. So we have a motion on the floor and a
Call
second.
for the
Let's
vote.
call for the vote.
Councilmember Rojas? Councilmember Deere?
Well, I will defer to the councilman of District 3. It's his district, and I think as a courtesy, I'll support the mayor pro tem. Yes.
Councilmember Hilton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Community, get together and get your act together. I am not. Okay.
To my council aide in the back, before you guys leave, CAC, raise your hand. I want to make sure you get everybody's information that's here. I want to make sure they get information on this meeting. Can I request the other council aides to help
all
out?
the council aides, let's get sign-in sheets because we're going to send you all personal letters. Knock on your doors
Madam
like they did to get these signatures.
Madam Mayor and Council.
Yes, Council.
I wanted to give a comment before we had.
You want to do what, Councilman?
I wanted to give a comment in regards to. It sounds like I have a number of safety concerns. And
They do.
Yes.
We need to beef up in that area. We need to beef up our sheriffs. I mean, these are safety concerns more than parking concerns. And
No,
I understand they're parking, but these are more than parking concerns. These are safety concerns. Kids can't walk from school. People in their cars doing this and doing that. These are legitimate safety concerns. And
Absolutely.
our sheriff
Absolutely.
needs to be at the table. This is more than parking. This is safety.
MPT is going to have them all at the table. We had this problem once before at Mills Park where they were harassing the kids, and we had to do a lot of undercover operations to get rid of the problem. So to hear it's coming back to this community, if you see something, say something.
Say something.
Yes, so it's time to address the safety concerns, the parking issues.
Everything.
It's a stepping stone.
Everything.
So that meeting will take place. Everyone that's here tonight, I encourage you to be at that meeting.
And it will start on time.
And you can solve your own problems. Okay, you come back with a recommendation, and I'm almost sure this council is going to support it. Okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Madam Mayor, the Mayor Pro Tem, that's his district, he's going to call it ASAP. Today is Tuesday. Probably 7 days is Tuesday of next week, so no later than Thursday of next week.
Yeah.
We're giving you 7 days.
I'm already talking to the director of community service, so I'm trying to get the park already secured as we speak. So you guys will know it will be within the next 5 to 7 days.
Yeah. The parking permit has been rescinded. We're starting from scratch. And hopefully you're back where you were 4 months ago, that we can come up with some resolutions to your safety concerns. Those are top priority for me more so than somebody's parking in front of my house, but I love it. I beg your pardon?
You want to know about the refund?
Your refund, you don't need a refund, Mr. Hair Salon. You got a beautiful salon. Okay. Thank you, Mills Park community, for coming out.
Madam Mayor, I guess
Yes.
to address to our city treasurer, Cooper, just how soon can they come and get their money?
It is a process.
It's a process. Is there anything they need to bring for the process? A proof of their receipts? Okay. Hello, everybody. Just want you guys to know the process for those for the refund. To get in contact with our public safety department that issued out the actual permits themselves, and you bring back that receipt, and they'd be processed through that department, through the Treasury Department for issuance of your funds. Okay?
And if we can expedite that, we will.
No, the tickets are being rescinded. Have you paid it? Oh, okay. How long you had it? 10 days? Okay, no problem. Is Nora here? Oh, it's
Nora's on vacation.
Caitlin. Oh, Rianne is in the back. Rianne, raise your hand.
Go see Diane. She'll tell you how
She'll
to
tell
do
you
it.
in the
She's in
back.
the back.
No.
Diane's in the back. Caitlin's in the back.
And Caitlin's over in the corner. You're welcome.
Caitlin, could you go meet them in the back? Thank you. What item is that? Item number 27. What?
Shoot. Mills Park, you may not want to leave. You want to hear about your park being renovated. They're taking off. They're taking off. It's their park. You guys are leaving too soon.
Mills Park residents, if you can come back, Mills Park residents.
What about it? I thought we went over this. Gave the whole time.
Are they?
That's what I was saying. We should have brought the item up when we did that.
Yeah, well, we already gave them the timeline when it's going to be open. They got what they needed. Let's discuss this because I think our public works director already gave the timeline. Okay. Oh well. Report on item number 27. Shh. To my council aides, the meeting is still going on. Could you go in the back and quiet them, Sheriff?
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. This is to consider a bid protest and award of a construction contract to Pub Construction Incorporated for project number 1636 Mills Park Site Improvements and project number 1795 Mills Park Building Renovations and Building Perimeter Site Improvements, and consider adoption of Resolution 26085, a resolution of the City of Carson Council amending the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget in the general fund, special revenue funds, enterprise funds, and the capital improvement program, CIP fund, city council. Update by our Director of Public Works, Dr. Arlington Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Project 1636 Mills Park site improvements and Project 1795 Mills Park renovations, building perimeter site improvements is listed in the city's capital improvement program and is programmed for fiscal year 26-27. Project 1636 would modernize the nearly 4.5 acre community park with a new playground, basketball court, fitness court, picnic areas, walkways, drainage and irrigation improvements, landscaping, and other park amenities. This project was originally awarded to NBC Enterprise in 2024. However, the contractor failed to make satisfactory progress, resulting in notice of default. Project 1795, which includes the expansion and renovation of the existing park building, new public restrooms, a splash pad, and related site improvements, was advertised in 2025, but all bids solicited were rejected due to bid irregularities. To improve the project coordination, streamline contract administration, reduce construction impacts, and achieve potential cost savings, staff combined the remaining work under both projects into a single construction contract. The combined project was advertised as IFB number 2616-16 in the Daily Journal and through Planet Bids portal from May 21st to July 2nd. 3 firms submitted bids and were opened by Purchasing Division and City Clerk's Office and read aloud. invitation to bids. Accordingly, Pub Construction was determined to be the lowest responsible bidder with a bid amount of $8,784,777. Dollars. You want me to read that and then go to the recommendation? However, Classic Engineering and Construction Incorporated, the second lowest bidder, submitted a bid protest under Section 2613 of the Carson Municipal Code, and the City Council is being asked to make a determination on the merits of the protest pursuant to Section 2613H6. If council determines the bid protest is without merit, then staff requests the council to award the contract to the lowest responsive and most responsible bidder, Pub Construction, in an amount of not to exceed $8,784,777. If council determines the bid protest is meritorious, then it is recommended that no contract be awarded until further investigation can be conducted by staff.
MPG.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It's well overdue that we are finally getting Mills Park back on track for a construction process. I know we talked about it earlier that we will have the outside completed by March of 2027, making sure that we're able to bring Juneteenth for 2027 back to Mills Park. With that being said, I want to reject the bid protest that's been submitted from Classic Engineering Construction and award a construction contract to the lowest responsible bidder, Pub Construction, Inc., for project number 1636 Mills Park site improvement and project 1795 Mills Park building renovation and building perimeter site improvements in the amount not to exceed $8,784,777. Authorize the expenditure of construction contingency in the amount of $878,479, 10% for an unseen construction work and other additional work that the city may request for appropriate that may be necessary to complete the project, and authorize the mayor to execute a construction contract with Pub Construction, Inc. following approval as to form by the city attorney, and adopt resolution number 26085, a resolution of the City of Carson City Council amending the fiscal year 2026-2027 budget in the general fund, special revenue funds, enterprise funds, and the capital improvement program CIP fund, adding $3 million of DIF funds to the project for a revised total project authority of $10 million, and 6, amend fiscal year 2026-27 CIP plan to reflect the updated to the project funding.
Second.
Moved and properly second. I have one question, and then if my colleagues have questions. This $8.2 million, how much did we spend on the first one? The one we had to put in liquidated damages and withdraw his contract and fire him.
How much have we already spent on the first portion of the project? I'm gonna have our city engineer come up so you can get an accurate number.
Yeah. The project started off at,
Yes. Good evening, Mayor, City Council. The first part of the project with MBC as the contractor, city spent a little over $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, the contract was like, excuse me, 3.6 something million, and then we spent like a little over $1 million.
So we started out at 3.6, and now we're at 8.
8 because this is now combined project, including.
Oh, you combined the two
Correct.
projects. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So the 3 point was for like the
Just
outside.
just for the site improvement outside.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sheesh. Okay. It's been moved and properly second. Any other questions from my colleagues?
One quick, when did we start construction again? I just want to make sure. And then, there was another request I remember to let the residents in the area know about this process and making sure that everybody knows, because everybody may not see us on TV and everybody may not be here, but to let the residents in the community know that the Mills Park project is back on track and possible completion date. Because when I go to Arco gas station, the markets, everyone is asking me this. So I just want to make sure that we mail that out to all the residents to know what's happening.
Yes. Thank you, MPT. So actually what we'll do is that timeline that you have listed or that you saw, we'll have that available for the residents and also on the city's website. So we can talk about and highlight Mills Park is on its way, and then we can have that timeline highlighted so that way everyone can see it.
I think we have constant contact in all forms of social media. Not only is the Mills Park community interested, the surrounding community is also. So let's hit up all social media since everybody believes in it.
Absolutely, Madam Mayor, and then we'll make sure it's also in the upcoming Carson magazine.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any more questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Rojas?
Yes.
Councilmember Deere?
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton? He's on mute. He said yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
He's so cool tonight.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
And Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Item number 28 is contested and uncontested. Do I have anything that I need to do, Madam City Clerk? Where's my agenda? Come on now.
Madam Mayor.
Yes.
I had a question for the clerk as well. My, I guess Women's Issues Commission.
Okay.
I think I vacated. How many more days do I have, or when can I make an appointment, or I should wait till the next meeting?
The Women's Issues Commission is full.
I had one removed because they were not attending.
Oh, the email. Yes, that vacancy is gonna be posted. I don't think it's been.
It hasn't been posted yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's filled, but who is she still showing up on the sheet?
No, we're posting that vacancy. The individual
I
that
have somebody, but okay.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, I'm complete, Madam Mayor.
You're complete. All Communications Council member. Oh, wait a minute. All Communications Council members. Mr. Deere, Councilman?
Yes, I have a brief report.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we have a speaker?
No, it's a non-agendized items. Did I miss that? Oh, yes. Wait a minute.
Sure.
All communications for matters not listed on the agenda. Belinda, 207 Shearer Avenue. Hi there.
Sorry. I'm just here to speak regarding our community just found out about the Reflections Mini Park. I guess they're attempting to destroy the park, build more housing, and we are not interested in that. We've been there for many years. I've been there for 49 years. I'll be 50 next year. I've been there all my life. I remember it a field. It is now a beautiful park that, although people think they don't use it, I see kids there daily, especially in the summer. Younger kids come home, they go play, they go home, they come back. I see quinceañera practices, people learning how to roller skate in the park, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You got 27 seconds there.
Sorry, people are, they do use the park. Even though people don't think it's used, it's always used. We're always there. We used to hide Easter eggs there for the kids. It's something that we do use in the community. We also cannot afford any more cars or housing. Our street is very jam-packed. If there's one thing going on 213th or Main, it's like everybody's going through our street and there's no way
Madam Mayor,
to
it's
go.
time.
Thank you, Belinda. Thank you. Chike, is he still here?
Hello, Mayor.
Hi.
And City Council members. My name is Obin Kareke. I'm a Nigerian American. I'm an Igbo, one of the third largest tribes in Nigeria. And we're here to inform the city that we're having our second cultural show on August 29th. We had one, the first one was last year, and in the city of Carson, and that was in Veterans Park. And we're back here. And the reason why this is strategic is because a lot of Igbos who are come from live in Carson. It's becoming a very large population, and we love that. I mean, the city of Carson is taking care of them. We're asking that this is one of the biggest cultural shows that we can ever exhibit here in California from where community where we come from. And we're looking forward to City of Carson adopting us as one of your programs. I think you'll love it. I'm also using the opportunity to invite every one of you.
Madam Mayor,
I've listened to your adverts. Is my time up?
Your time's up.
Oh my God, 1 minute is just like 30 seconds.
We'll be there. We are waiving costs and things, I do believe, for, didn't you send a letter? You did? City manager has it? Okay, well, he'll talk to you, the city manager will. Thank you. But I'll see you at the festival.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Curly Dorn. Curlee. Danny. Is Danny here? Hi, Danny. Are they on the list to speak? Fill out a form. Hi there.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm here to propose non-binding committee collaboration between Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, the City of Carson, and the County of Los Angeles to pursue grants to address legacy contamination in the Dominguez Channel, adjacent properties, to stop the blight at Victoria Golf Course, and to modernize that. I recently completed a Master's of Science in Environmental Science. Some of my research and writings identified several grants that are available, but it would require a collaboration of those entities, including the community and nonprofits like Giant Onyx, which is a nonprofit that I've participated in for about 20 years. So I'm come to the committee, to the council tonight to propose that.
Question, have you reached out to your county supervisor?
I have reached out to Holly Mitchell.
Okay.
I've also reached out to Cal State University, Dominguez Hills. I have meetings scheduled with each of those entities, and I thought it prudent to come to the council and put that before the council. I've also written letters to planning. I participated in the brownfield studies, and your planning department is a cohort in that planning.
Okay. Give your information to the city manager, and once you have a meeting planned, and you can talk to him about how or if the city would like to get involved in that.
And the city manager.
City manager's right there. So that's Danny.
And Bobby Collins.
Bobby Collins.
Gentleman here.
Hi, Bobby Collins.
How you doing? I'll be brief. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, all the council people from this district. I do live on Midtown, just steps from Mills Park. So I understand. I have collaborated with some of the folks that have spoken, and I don't know how unofficial this may be, but I do work for the Drug Enforcement Administration. I am active in seeing what's going on in the community and trying to actively get our folks mobilized to help the community. So it's not gone unnoticed, but people have to report it properly. And if we get the statistics from the Sheriff's Department, which I have engaged to find out exactly what the problems are. I do see the areas. I do know the certain residences in the area that are problems. And I am writing them down for them to get noticed by the Sheriff's Department. I cannot go at my level to do that, and I would never do that. But I certainly don't tell everyone who I am or what I do, because I don't want to be targeted either. So I just sit there and be quiet, but I do help the folks in the community mobilize and appropriately address the community properly.
You're all on TV.
This is Channel 35.
But I do want to help them. We have to do it properly.
I think he should reach out to your councilman that's
Certainly.
in there. And
yes,
then
and
you
I
guys,
went to the meeting when he was there.
Yes, have a dialogue prior to.
Certainly.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Please see my counselor in the back, Cackley in the back.
Cat, are you speaking tonight, young lady? Yeah, you. No. Okay. Now we'll go back to oral communications. Oh, yeah. Now you fill out the speaker card.
By Mills Park, and it's just, it has the fence construction all around, and it's really terrible. And it's like been going on for too long. We can't wait till that park gets done.
You can't wait.
Yes.
Sheesh.
And then the parking issue was terrible with this new thing. It was ridiculous. Tickets everywhere, and you can't have events and things at your home. It's just not the right thing. So I think by getting together with the meetings, with everyone, and try to figure out something else would really be better.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Make sure you're at the meeting. Councilman Deere, I think I was with you.
All right. I want to state that I attended the Sister Cities Association. They call it a farewell dinner. Kind of, if you say farewell dinner, it's like they're not coming back. But we sent these students on what I call a send-off dinner, and it's very successful. I want to give credit to the PIO staff. They really put it together well. It was very efficient, and everyone had a good time. It was really rewarding because the students are going to really represent us well when they go to Japan, representing the city of Carson. Secondly, I attended the Friendship Club. There, they met again, and they had to put off their meetings, so finally that came to fruition. Third, at Cal State University, Dominguez Hills, I was a guest of the student government, and they invited me to be a guest speaker, and the topic was public service leadership. Number 4, attended the Carson Cajun and Blues Whiteland Affairs event, and it was at the new amphitheater in Carson. And if you haven't seen the amphitheater, I think you should visit our Carson Event Center and take a look at it. You might want to use it for your private events. Very nice. And kudos to Mayor Pro Tem for helping put that together. Then I attended a drive-by birthday party, the 90th birthday party for Donna Jocelyn. It was organized by John Holloway, and it was a surprise. There were lots and lots of people there, and really made a very fine 90-year-old resident of Carson very happy. 6, I represented the city at the annual Carson Colts Alumni Association event. I also, number 7, I attended with my colleagues the first annual Clean and Green Public Festival located at the Joint Water Pollution Control Plant at Figueroa Street and Alameda Boulevard in the fantastic District Number 2. And accolades go to the mayor because she sits on the board of District 8 of the Sanitation District, and she helped facilitate this event. Very successful. They had the right number of people that they could accommodate. They are limited in space, but they had over 500 people attend. And they had to do the shuttling, which is really the only practical way to make that happen because of the restricted area. Then I represented the city at the Carson Navy Fleet Reserve meeting, and I'm also a member of the Fleet Reserve by virtue of my father being a United States Marine Corps member when he was alive, and so I became a member of that group. That's my complete report. Thank you. God bless you. Jim Deere, City of Carson. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you very much.
Madam Mayor. My sound went out. Can anybody hear me?
Can you?
You can.
Your mic is
Okay.
off?
No.
Okay,
can you hear me?
your time's up.
We can hear you.
Okay, I can hear y'all. So I just wanted to say, everybody, August 22nd at Stevenson Park, the Fam Festival is going down. I want to invite you from 12 to 6 p.m. We have artists like Leandria Johnson, Grammy Award nominee Corey Henry, the group Big, and so many more. Children's Zone, cabanas are on sale. Please come out, and it's a free event, absolutely free, and share time with your family. We have KJLH and Andre Russell that's going to be there. It's going to be super exciting. I look forward to seeing you in the mighty District 1 at Stevenson Park, and just wanted to invite you there, and look forward to seeing all of you there.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to say thanks to everyone who came out to the annual White Linen event. I think that we did the inaugural blessing of the new amphitheater with over 500 people in attendance and well received. Just want to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of it, and the sponsors and everyone that turned out to be more than what I had anticipated. I also attended the Clean and Green event that was put on by our mayor along with our sanitation district. Very well attended individuals. Surprising to see many of the kids who came to the backpack giveaway were there at the Clean and Green. I should have brought the backpacks over there because it was they showed up. I saw the same people. Again, they did a backpack giveaway on August the 1st at Providing in Christ Ministry. I want to thank Pastor Ely and First Lady for their gracious hosting and supporting of this event. And I'm having several town hall meetings that are scheduled coming up, so I'm going to fit Mills Park in between that one. I have a town hall meeting on August the 13th at Perry. It starts at 6:30. I have a town hall meeting on August the 20th at Dolphin Park, and that's at 6:30. So those are the two that are coming up real quick for the 13th of August and the 20th. 13th is at Perry Street Mini Park, and on August the 20th, it is at Dolphin Park. In addition, I'm doing a food giveaway, but I'll make an announcement later on that because I'm looking at the flyer and it has the wrong park on it, what I had anticipated the location, and I got to make sure we got the right information before it goes out. Just want to say to everyone, school's getting ready to get started. Be more cautious of when you're driving in the community. For pedestrians in the neighborhood, the kids will be out and about, and just be understanding that, sometimes some of our parents may have not been driven in a while because they don't have to, but now that they're taking care of their kids back to the park, they may drive a little bit slower. So don't be impatient. Take your time and get everybody to the destination safely.
Councilwoman.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations to that Green and Clean. That's the first one they've ever had. Very successful. And a lot of people were really impressed. A lot of the kids had a great time. So we want to make that, I would say we should make that an annual event for the kids. Just putting it out there. But yes, that was a great event. Again, lots of events that we all have in the city of Carson, and that's what it's all about. I do have a town hall meeting. I think we just changed the date. So it's going to be August 19th. So we will put that information out. I also have a food giveaway, so I'll be announcing that when we get the hard date on there. I do want to take the time and thank our Public Works and our code enforcement graffiti removal team. I discovered brand new graffiti, gang graffiti in Sepulveda and the Sepulveda Avalon corridor near Scottsdale. Called it in right away, and within hours it was removed. And then I want to take the time to thank our Sheriff's Department, our gang enforcement team. They worked and identified the suspects on there. Hopefully we can get an arrest. But the teamwork, everybody worked really quick on this. It's all about our community and the quality of life. So anytime you see gang writings on the wall, we want to get rid of that so that it doesn't create more other gangs coming in and trying to compete with each other. So thank you, Public Works, our graffiti team, the Sheriff's Department. It's all about teamwork. So thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I think we have a 24-hour turnaround for
Yes.
gang writing, don't we? And don't we? And we have a contractor
Absolutely.
on board. Well, we got a whole side wall. I don't know if it is or not, but we should have a 24-hour for gang. And then if staff can do, we have a contractor out to go assist us in that area. I have a request. The new amphitheater is fabulous, fabulous. It needs some lights on the stage, in the stage area. I think that's the one thing that we forgot. But that stage needs to be, had to bring them in so we could look at finding some money somewhere to put some lights on that stage. I'm sure this council will vote for it. Okay.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's a beautiful facility. People want to rent it now, but they will need some stage lighting up there. And we can put that other stuff on the side for right now, but the stage has to be lit up. To Michael Whitaker, the director. You know, when I came up with this idea of working on the Green and Clean Fest, I said, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. I said, Mike, right? And I just want to thank you. Your team did a fantastic job working with the sanitation department. I am the vice chair of the nonprofit, and I serve on the board. So I requested that we be a part of this because all too often, this warm facility is right here in our city. Who knew that? Who knew it's going to be the largest water recycling plant in the world? Okay, and we have an MOU with them, don't we? I know you knew it, but the residents know about it now. We want to keep that going. And I also want to propose that we combine that Clean and Green Fest with our Earth Day. And that would cut out one of the events. It's the same thing. We don't need to duplicate services. We just need to expand on the ones that we have and make it happen. But it was fantastic. It was shared costs. We didn't spend that much for that, did we? Did we?
Not much.
Not much. It was pennies on the dollars because sanitation district put a lot in. They did a lot of the promotion, the flyers. And the sponsors. They handled all of that. They had a lot of staff there, so that cuts down on us working our staff together. But let's look at when we meet and do an evaluation. When I meet with them, I think it's coming up this month. I'll make that recommendation. When do we normally have the Earth Day?
April.
April. And didn't we change it because of the rain?
We did. We had another one. It wasn't as successful as it has been in the past once we moved the date.
Okay.
But it's coming up in April.
So let's look at a date so I can propose it to the board that would be good for us so we can host it, the Clean and Green / Earth Day event together. My backpack giveaway is this Saturday at the ball, starting at 9 o'clock. We'll be handing out 500 plus backpacks that are filled with all kind of school supplies, computers, things to get the kids back to school. This is my 9th annual backpack giveaway. We started doing it in conjunction with the Carson Citizens Cultural Arts Foundation. So I want to really thank them for all that they do. And then on the 19th of September, we will have another meeting before then. It's my interfaith prayer breakfast. All the pastors are coming out. It's on the 19th. It will be in the Dominguez room. I think it's starting at 9 o'clock, Keyshawn? At 10? Yes, which one? Oh, okay. So we want all of our pastors involved. It's a good day to come out, and eventually we will get this pastors alliance back together. That is the goal. So a lot of pastors here in the city don't know each other, and they're getting an opportunity to this prayer breakfast to get reunited, reacquainted with each other. So it'll be put on. They're planning the event, and the tickets are $25. You can go online and scan the barcode and register. And each pastor has X number of tickets that he or she is selling. So make sure you put that on your calendar and come out, Carson. It's get your tickets because they go fast. We're only doing 250 for the Domingos room. I haven't moved over into the main hall yet. Okay, but again, Mike Whitaker, job well done. Kudos. I'll think of something else. Okay, let me know. Check with Jenny to see when my next meeting is, and then I can have that information because they were just overwhelmed and excited about the level of involvement and the professionalism and how the city staff came, Public Works did their thing. It was a team effort, and so that's what we joint venture. Okay, so thank you for that. Next we'll have. Yes.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I forgot, I have one more plug. The ASPCA Community Veterinary Clinic opened up in the city of Carson. It's at 16300 South Figueroa. And they spay and neuter for free.
Free.
Okay, so this is amazing to be here in the city of Carson. It's brand new, beautiful building. And the goal is, again, they specialize in spay and neuter cats and dogs. They also have a mobile unit. That's even better. Okay, so make an appointment. They're appointment only. It is for free. It's here in Carson. And what a great day. And the goal here is to, for all our furry animals to have a good home. That is the goal here. So ASPCA community in Carson.
Not only do they spay and neuter, they give surgeries.
Yes.
Your dog needs a surgery and medication. Free.
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 You know there's some requirements, but it's
Yeah,
free.
the income qualification.
Yeah, it's but you
And zip
not for you
code.
to go over there and drive you. I can't drive and they get that for free. Okay, but but there are a lot of people that have animals, fur babies that need surgeries, they need medicine. They spay and neuter because it was just a good event. And I'm glad that it opened here in the city of Carson. But they had the little operating tables in there, and they have doctors on staff. They got a full-time staff, office manager. Take a tour of it. It's a wonderful facility, and all of your residents that meet, like especially our seniors, they're on fixed income.
Yes.
And they like their furry animals. Well, they can go over there free.
The address is 16300 Figueroa Street. 16300 Figueroa.
Keyshawn, did we put that out on out that address again? Let's keep it running. Okay.
So, Madam Mayor, we want to emphasize that people who have pets who maybe can't afford this service can go there and get that service. That's the purpose. It's the first one on the West Coast. Like it.
Yes.
It is fabulous. It's spotless.
Really great.
All the latest equipment. It's just nice. So your senior citizens that have pets, they can't get the medicine for them. They can't do surgeries if something happens. All that is free. You just take your information over there, get qualified. Doctors, nurses, little operating tables. It is so cute. So thank you for reminding us of that. That was great. Any memorial adjournments?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. John A. Willis, Elton E. Savage, Corey Sylvie, Richard Ray Valoria Tan, Emilio Ramos Loyola, James W. Finley Jr., Dr. Major F. Thomas, Maximino Much Tengo Carino III, Jim Toman.
Bishop, you have anyone you want to add? I mean, not to want to, but
no, not necessarily. I know that Elton E. Savage, that's Mrs. Tweets, a very iconic lady in our community. That's Mrs. Tweets' granddaughter.
Which one? I know Tweet.
Elton E. Savage, that is
okay.
On the list there. And we memorialized her last Saturday. Yeah.
Wow.
If there's
That was
no
her
more,
granddaughter, you said, Bishop?
That was her granddaughter, yes.
Wow,
Elton E.
she
Savage.
was young.
46 years old. She made her 46th birthday and passed 2 days later.
Okay. Oh, you're on. So give us a prayer, Bishop.
Yeah. So, Father, tonight we heard every name that was written, that was said. We pray for those families. We pray that you will bless them and keep them. It's our prayer. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Without any other duties, responsibilities, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, staff.
Good night, everyone.
See you Thursday.
Good night.
Yes. Emilio Lawyer.